Hey there, guys. It's Mark Adam from the Parenting Podcast. Join me and my co-host, Katie G, every week for a brand new episode. We talk about parenthood and kids. We talk about it from every single angle. We talk about the lows, the highs, the laughs, and the cries. Join us. Subscribe wherever fine podcasts are found. And don't forget to join our community. You can start by visiting us on Facebook, facebook.com/parenting. It's like parenting with an A in the middle because we like to rant about stuff. Anyway, you get it. We'll see you there.
Boys Club. Is it called Boys Club because my apartment looks like a boy lives in it?
I wouldn't say a boy lives in it. I would say a boy is kidnapped somewhere in here.
Boys Club.
We're everything. We're true crime. We're World Star Hip Hop.
We're World Star Hip Hop. We're Netflix reviews.
Stories of the day.
Boys Club.
Listen.
Yeah, do it. We're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. I think. No, we're not. And on Google Play. Nobody gives a shit.
Boys Club.
Boys Club podcast. Now with 90% more sound clips of black people.
Boys Club.
Touch me and I'll sue.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
Oh, hey, Internet, and welcome back to the Intoxicated Podcast. This is your host, Sarah, and Intoxicated Podcast is a weekly drinking comedy podcast where I have my friends on and we talk about life. The intros live on. The people have spoken, and I've been told to keep doing intros, so here I am doing an intro. This is a long episode, so I'm going to keep it short. This week's guest, I'm so excited for you guys to hear this banger of an episode with comedian Kirsten Finch, someone I only met recently, but I think has become an instant friend of mine. She is so fucking hilarious, and I had so much fun recording with her. This is a Girltalksicated episode, people, so things get girly. If you are sensitive to vagina talk, this episode is not for you. But I had a fucking blast with Kirsten. She is awesome. Holy moly, it was so much fun. This was definitely one of those episodes that felt like just a sleepover hangout on mic, which is amazing. Kirsten and I hit it off right away, and we had some epic girl talk even before the mics were rolling, so there you go. She's a new friend, and I think she's fucking great. And I do want to plug one of her upcoming shows because we talk about it at the end of the episode, but I know not everyone makes it through. So Kirsten is actually going to be doing a show opening for Mr. John Doerr, which is fucking unreal. So that is actually on Thursday, January 24th at Good Robot Brewing here in Halifax. This is a small show, so if you do want to go, you do need to get tickets ahead of time. I will be sure to leave a link down below where you can do that. And definitely follow Kirsten on social media if you do want to keep up to date with any shows she's doing here in Halifax. I highly recommend checking her out. And guys, I'm actually glad I'm doing an intro for this episode because in the middle of this episode, I drop some news about episode 100. Guess what, everybody? Another live stream is going to happen. Now, I'm probably a crazy person because holy fuck, the first one was a lot of work. Did a 12-hour live stream back in September and it was a blast and it was so much fun, but holy shit, a lot went into it. So I am getting on the planning very early this time. The date for that is going to be Saturday, February 16th. And that is going to be for episode 100, which would come out the next week. So I'm going to do another highlights episode, but the main event is going to be the live stream. Obviously, I'm still in the beginning phases of planning this live stream. So if you do have suggestions for any particular returning guests that you want to come on, or who you'd like to see on the stream, or any cool ideas, definitely let me know those ideas. And you can do that by emailing our Gmail account, and that is intoxicatedpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Intoxicated Podcast, Twitter _Toxicated, and let me know your thoughts on that. Or, just let me know what you thought of this episode. This was a shit ton of fun. I'm so excited for you guys to hear it, so I'm gonna just quickly remind you to make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you are subscribed, but you never know. Sometimes people don't hit that button. So you can find Intoxicated wherever you find podcasts. You can also leave a rating or review on iTunes. That does help the podcast out. And tell your friends. Spread the word about the show. That'd be fantastic. So guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoy this amazing episode with Kirsten Finch.
Super confident guys will just assume everyone wants to fuck them, and super unconfident guys will just be like, nobody wants to fuck me.
So it's
I think
kind
it's
of
totally
like
independent of your behavior because everything will be interpreted as flirting. Like so
Interesting.
often, because I'm just like a nice idiot.
You know
like,
what?
So often people will be like, "Oh, she's really into me," and I'll be like, "Oh no, I'm just being nice."
You are so fucking correct. It's the two extremes. It's either everything I do is seen as flirting to you, or I cannot seem to get the point through to you at all. It's like one or the other.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, but also I'm an idiot. Like I never figure out when people like me. I'm breaking glass ceilings for women on this. You know what I think? I think you have to meet people through activities. I feel like the virtual dating doesn't work anymore.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, like I've never heard anyone be like, "We met on Tinder."
Yeah. I've heard of a lot of relationships that have started from Tinder.
Yeah, I never heard any
But
lasting.
Never really last. But I mean, like, some might.
I think activities are the key.
Yeah.
And like not like clubbing.
Apparently, like a high percentage. My friend told me this the other day. I forget the percentage. 20%? Actually, that's not that high. A certain percentage of one night stands become relationships.
Oh, that's how all my relationships started. I kept thinking I was like, this is it. I'm sexually liberated. Let's date for 5 years.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I bang someone and they're like, you are not girlfriend material.
Oh.
So I have the opposite
Did
problem.
you follow up sex with pie?
No.
There's your mistake.
Like right after the sex or like the day after?
I kind of punctuated in the relationship. Like the first time that we hung out, it was just like we went to like a like it was like we got brought to the party with separate friends. I brought a lemon meringue pie. Does anyone want it? It's homemade. It's homemade.
That's the best pie.
And then he fucking ate and he was like, oh, goddamn.
Will you marry me?
Goddamn. And then I was like, you look strong. Will you set up my IKEA? I'm stupid.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Not because I can't do it, because I don't want to. I want to delegate. And I was like, I'll bake you a blueberry pie. And I did. Because I am a terrible feminist. I sincerely do prefer baking over assembling IKEA furniture. I outsource that.
I love baking.
And then we were like trying to set the mirror up on the wall. Oh, you hold. Oh, let me just get in there. Oh, sorry, I'm right there. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm breathing on your neck. This is nice.
Oh, gee willikers.
Oh, you smell very nice.
Holy shit. Wow. I should introduce you.
Yeah.
We are here on the Intoxicated podcast. I have a dumbass question. Is it Kristen or Kirsten?
It's Kier like an ear, even though.
Kirsten.
Yeah, it's
Kirsten.
Phonetically, it's Kirsten, but I'm a picky bitch.
Kirsten. Okay.
Kirsten.
We are here with Kirsten Finch. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're finally here. And we've been already drinking and talking, so
Yeah, so much hot goss that we could not record.
Yeah, and maybe one day we'll make a secret podcast called like Gossip with Sarah and Kirsten,
And then
Or, like,
I'll
we'll use
listen,
fake
and then
names.
we'll
We'll
just
use
listen
fake
to it
names.
sober.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of intoxicated.
And
It's like
just
very
like-
secretive and sober.
Oh my god.
That's a great idea. But we are here. So you're a comedian in Halifax.
I am.
And you're a new friend of mine, obviously, because I just shared secrets with you.
Oh my god.
That we won't mention, but
I will exchange some secrets.
that you already did.
Oh no. That must be the wine. I was gonna tell you about the time I fucking got a diva cup stuck in my vagine.
Oh my god! Starting off hot,
Coming in hot.
but we gonna get to that. You just gave me a gold mine. You just gave me a mega gold mine. But we start with two things on the show.
I like
Number
that my
one,
pussy's a gold mine. But moving on. Sorry, just had to.
jealous. Number one is a friendship origin story, which like is how we met. So we met at Gus's pub.
You did, and you had cookies.
I brought cookies.
The siren
Everybody.
song of sweet, sweet shortbread.
Wife material right here.
Yeah.
But we met there, but I did see a set of yours before that. Probably like a couple weeks before that or something. And you'll probably remember the set because
Was it bad?
No, two things happened. Two things happened. One was that there was a heckler in a wheelchair.
Oh God, that. Oh. And Barry kicked out the heckler in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes into my set.
I have to say, you dealt with it amazingly because you made a pun, like you made a joke.
Did I?
You were like, you said something about like, gonna roll on out there or something like that. Like you made some
We're just gonna
reference to the fact that it was like rolling and I died.
We're just gonna keep rolling with these jokes.
I think that's might have been what it was. It was amazing. But I remember like watching your set and like I was there with my friend Vern, who's been on the show many times, good friend of mine, and he leans over to me and he goes, "You gotta get this girl on the show."
Oh, what?
So like it was actually like I was actually like interested in you. That sounds weird.
Oh my God.
Before we even met. But then when we met, I was like, yeah, fucking open invite for the podcast. And you were like, I'm down. Let's fucking do this. And then we set a date and we did it.
I'm really bored and lonely. It's perfect.
You can come over anytime.
But yeah, my husband was like, oh, you'll be out of the house? Perfect. I'll drive you. Get out.
This is the perfect situation because I get nervous sometimes when people come over because I'm like, I want people to drink. I want to make sure they get home okay. But like if it's too much out of their way to get home okay, then we don't have to drink a lot, but that's not as fun.
No, exactly. I can get as loosey-goosey as I want.
That's amazing. So that's the French origin. And the second thing that we talk about is what we're drinking. Because I ask the guests every time what they want. And when we met, you said that you're into white wine. And then when I followed up with you, you said it has to be cheap and white like you.
Like me. It's perfect.
It is perfect.
Whatever the house wine is.
And I think this is very house wine. Just based on how it tastes too. Like it's very house wine-ish.
No, and I used to work at this place called the Laughing Buddha in Sudbury, and it was really fun, and it was like this really hip happening spot for the kids, and you know we had all the alcohols, all the liquors, and of course we had house wine, but we didn't have like bottles, and we only had one type. And so whenever someone was like, I'd like a white wine, what is it? I would just be like, oh, it's fucking this. Or whatever it was, whatever shit swill it was just like a cheap bottle from the SAQ.
Yeah.
Or that's the French one. The
NSLC.
Oh, this is in Ontario.
Oh,
LCBO.
Right. Oh, CBO. Yeah, right.
Or we can just, both of them, the LC.
LC. Yeah,
the
let's
LC.
just shorten it. And
Yeah, the licks. And no one ever, not once in like the year that I worked there, was like, oh no, I don't like Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, oh, that's bullshit.
It's the first thing I ever got hooked on in terms of a booze was cheap white wine, and specifically from the Germany section and a blue bottle. It had to have two of those things. So it was from the Germany section and a blue bottle and $10. Oh. That was those were my three criteria for what I drank in college.
Isn't it like Ruderhufen?
Yeah, something like that. That sounds right.
Ruderfluven? I think that's like the Norwegian one. Ruderfluven.
Cheap and white. So let's bring in for cheers.
Oh yeah.
Dinkies. It doesn't happen. I get superstitious.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yep, that tastes like college.
Yeah. I'm getting notes of toast, and regret.
I was gonna say loneliness.
I see where you're getting that from.
That's
it's
my
the
note.
earthiness.
My note is in there.
It's the earthiness.
I wish I knew how to. We were talking about this earlier, describing alcohol. Like I just don't. Like I'm the girl with the drunk podcast who like doesn't know shit about liquor. I'm just like I just drink whatever gets me drunk.
No, but I honestly think it's all such nonsense. Like I'm the worst. Like I wasn't forced to go on a wine tour because I mean like it's all I'll drink it. But it is wasted on me. Like they'd be like, oh, this is aged, by like a monk, and he kissed each oak keg, twice a day, and prayed over the grapes or whatever the shit it was, and I'd be like,
I don't give a shit. Yeah, just bring the free wine.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is.
You take the free wine and then you buy whatever bottle's cheapest. Because I mean, this is a local wine. This is Yost.
This is probably fancier than I thought.
Yeah, this is Yost. Oh God, I'm not. What is that? Lacadi?
Oh, Lacadi.
Pinot Grigio. It's a 2017 from Nova Scotia.
The Scotia's great wines. I don't think it's very rare. I remember one time back in 2015, I had a glass of wine that was just okay.
Yeah.
That is the end of the stories about me being picky about wine. It's all just fine.
It's all good.
I'm not a picky lady.
What were you someone who drank underage?
I was very unexciting.
Okay.
So not really.
No.
And it was just such a pain in the ass to like, because you'd have to like find some kind of creepy older guy who's
True.
you know, who would borrow his mom's van and then drop it off at like your friend Devin's house while her parents were gone. And then, you only had like you only had $12 so you could get like 3 coolers or whatever it was. And
Mike's
then
Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, and then you'd have to hope that, like fucking creepy Taylor laughed and we'd be like, oh, Taylor, your mom's gonna be pissed. You better get out of here. Stop trying to touch her 16-year-old titties. It just like was not worth the investment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I only drank about a month before I became legal.
Yeah.
And that was because I was dating a guy in college. So I was dating a college boy.
You were like,
so I had easy access to alcohol.
And I think I always drove. Like I
same.
got to use my dad's car, I think when I was 17, and I could pretty much had free reign. And I was like, I've always been like I say neurotic, but probably just sensible about drinking and driving. Like if I've had like a single drink, like
yeah, no, same.
But I also have a very low tolerance, so I recognize that there's people who can have like
I do too, surprisingly.
Yeah, but
despite
I just know
how often I drink, I still have a low tolerance.
Even though I would blow under, I wouldn't trust me behind the wheel.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't like driving sober. So
even my husband, like he'll like. I'll be like monitoring it. He'll be like, let's go home. And I'll be like, let's go get a coffee.
Let's stay up for another 5 hours and it's over.
He's like, totally you're probably right.
No, it's better to just get schmammered when like there's no driving involved. Oh, yeah. You're in a safe spot and like you're good.
I was a bartender before I was legal.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
That was at the Laughing Buddha that I already brought up. I started there when I had just turned 18. And normally they don't hire 18-year-olds, and the manager, because like you can't ask ages, they just said, yeah, you're over 18. And I said, yeah, I am 18. But because it was so loud, he didn't hear me. He just heard that I said, oh, I'm over 18.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of looked older at that point, so they didn't think.
They didn't question it.
Right?
Like
but you can legally serve at 18. It was just like they'd had problems before with waitresses like underage, because you're 18 to serve, but you have to be 19 to drink, so they'd have problems with.
Oh, okay.
But I was so like,
yeah.
Anyways,
I've heard of that happening though. Like this comedian that I follow just posted a picture of a bar, and she's like, yeah, when I was 18, I worked here, and she's like, sorry, I lied about my age, but I mean, it's like 1 year. Like no one's gonna know unless they literally look at your ID.
Yeah, then that's
yeah.
No, but it was legal for me to work there, but it was just like an in-house policy. But the great thing about that was everybody was like counting down the days till I was turning 19. And like at midnight on the day that I was turning 19,
shots.
It was February 8th going to February 9th, and I was working, and I thought like, oh, it's just the next day in the morning that I can drink. And they were like, no. I was supposed to work till like 2 a.m. They were like, no, go start drinking. And there was there was a lineup at the bar to buy me drinks.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. One of my friends came back. He's like, try to buy you a drink, but there's like there's a lineup of like 5 drinks.
That's the best part about birthdays. All the free drinks.
Especially when you're a bartender and all your friends, like the only way that you can be in that bar is if you're working and all your friends are there and they're like, fuck, you gotta go. It's the end of your shift.
I've often thought about going into bartending. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, if you can handle the being on your feet and the hours, and the drinking,
See, that's where it would get tricky for me, because I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, if I get a job where I have to drink on the job, or there's a pressure around drinking for the culture, which that's what it is with bartenders. I imagine it's the culture to drink.
Yeah, it's very much the culture.
Yeah.
But if you're really dedicated, you can get away with it. Like, I would always just be like, oh, buy me a shot of sourpuss. If like someone was like insisting on buying me a drink and like, oh, I want to do a shot with you, I'd just be like, oh, whatever. And I know it's horrible, but I would just like pocket the money, and I would just do a shot of cranberry juice.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's a good way to do it. Damn.
Boom.
Well, that's
save the liquor license. Also make $5.
The tips alone, like, is, I feel.
Yeah. If you can get into like a good place. I never got into like one of the big money places, but I think my sister, when she was bartending, she would make like $500 a night or something crazy.
Jesus.
But she like worked her way up from
Right.
like to like getting primo spots, and now she doesn't do that because it's very stressful.
Fair. Yeah, it takes a personality type.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
do
But if
that.
you're someone who already stays up late
Me. So me.
and you're social,
Me. Very me.
you know, and you can put liquor in a glass.
I think I should do it. I think
Yeah.
I should do a complete 180 in my life. But do you remember the first time you got drunk?
Yeah, the first
Like
time I got
drunk,
really
drunk?
like drunk was definitely on my 19th birthday.
Oh man.
Because of how many shots, I just remember it was
Holy
just such a
fuck.
nightmare waking up the next day. I was like, this is the fucking worst.
Right? Ugh.
But I was also old enough, or maybe was I working at Pita Pit? I think maybe I did underage drink a little bit because I remember being too hungover to work at Pita Pit one day. Now it's all coming back to me. Yeah, I think it was like a house party with my first boyfriend, and yeah, it was Jägermeister.
Oh, that's
that
yeah.
sweet liquor. It goes down like cough syrup. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was just like holding onto the cash register, shaking, and they were looking at me, and I was like, I don't know what happened. And they're like, go home.
Food
You are
poisoning.
very hungover. Everybody knew. You are not handling it well.
Oh, alcohol.
Yeah, but now I don't really drink that much. Like that's
Oh,
why,
no?
like after like a couple of glasses, I'm
Oh,
gonna
sweet.
be pretty loosey goosey.
Well, what kind of drunk are you?
Sleepy. So it's debatable how this might turn into a sleepover.
This is the bell. The bell is when a good point is made, or a burn, or it's like a yas bell.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
so you can ding it whenever you want.
Oh god, I can't wait. I'm so excited for the first gas moment.
Ding, 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 ding. But what was I gonna say? How did you? So just some standard questions before we get into Diva Cup mishaps. I love how it's like
I'm still traumatized thinking about it.
I love how like past couple episodes have been with boys, and now I'm like ridiculously excited to talk about vaginas. Like
Oh my
I'm foaming
God.
at the mouth right now. Really,
At least you're not foaming at the vagina.
I mean, I might be. Who knows?
Hello.
But how'd you get into comedy? So like, how did this all happen?
This is my favorite thing. I've been obsessed with humor since I was very young.
Oh, really?
My grandmother would save the Sunday funnies for me from the Toronto Star. We lived in Sudbury, Ontario, so we didn't have that access. And this was pre-internet. And so she would save the Sunday funnies for me. And so every time I came to Toronto, I had like a stack that was like an inch thick. And she would patiently read every single comic to me. Sherman's Lagoon, Garfield, Dilbert.
I remember them.
Those ones were my favorite. She
Yeah.
would patiently read them to me.
Aww.
And I'd be like, I don't get it. I'm 7. And then she would patiently explain the joke to me.
Oh my god! So your grandmother was kind of a little bit of a comedian at heart.
I think
Maybe.
so. Yeah.
Maybe that's where you got it from.
Yeah.
What about your mom? Was your mom like a funny lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both my parents are funny. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be something in the genes there.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
I think
don't
it was
fucking
just like
know,
I
but-
think it was like a it was almost like a culture of humor in the house.
that's
Like
really
my
cool.
you know, like my dad introduced me to Monty Python, and that's been a lifelong obsession.
Never
And then-
watched it.
And then my mother is just a ridiculous person.
Oh really?
like she's kind of nuts, but she also knows she's nuts.
Oh, I love that. I love a self-aware crazy
and
person.
I don't know if this is going to translate because you have to basically have known her your whole life. But what she did recently is she came to visit and she had this gift for us. She's like, I got you a gift. And she gets out a mug and it has the letter K on it. She's like, I got this for you, Kirsten and Sean. They didn't have any more S's. So I just got the second letter of your last name. I got you a mug with the letter U on it. Like very sincerely. And Sean was like, thank you.
This is so sweet. Thank you so much.
Then she tried to be joking. She did find an S mug.
That's hilarious.
But very deadpan.
Oh my gosh.
Another time she sent me a birthday card and I was reading it on stage for a while and I was like, Dear Kirsten, your sister told me that this wasn't a birthday card. It was a card with a picture of an owl on it in the woods. But I think it's wonderful. I didn't have time, but next year I hope to make my own birthday card with a vagina on it. I just have to rustle up some courage and get creative. Love, Mother.
Wow.
And then I like confront her with these things. She's like, Kirsten, why are you telling people I said that? I never said that. And I was like, it's literally in your handwriting.
Yeah.
I have it right here.
You have the proof.
Kirsten, I'm never writing down anything to you again.
That's the best mom voice I've ever heard, by the way.
Unfortunately, it sounds exactly like Maria Bamford's mother's voice. And so, like, I can't do it on stage because people are just like, oh, you just moved off Maria Bamford. But then people will meet my mom. They're like, oh, no, she does sound like Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford's mom. Kirsten. She's just always very worried.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there, this is a weird question to ask.
Oh,
are your parents
nothing's weird.
older? Like my parents are in their 70s.
Oh, no, I would say they're in their early 60s.
Oh, okay.
They're
Yeah. Decent, normal parent age.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my mom had me at 42. So
Oh, okay,
she
yeah,
was
my
an
mom had
older
me, I
mom,
think, at 30,
which
or
is
something like that.
Which is our age. This is where I put in the dramatic.
I'm behind.
The dramatic music.
Oh my God. Turns out it's so hard to get pregnant. Jesus Christ.
I was not expecting that for some reason. I don't know what.
Well, no, because like you're like, our mom's fucking popped us out. How the fuck did your mom do it at 42?
Oh my! They literally call me the last relief, which I don't know what that means. Like, I mean, like there's
That
a very
means that
big.
your dad jerks it now.
There's a 6 year gap between me and my sister, who's like the middle sister.
Oh wow.
So like clearly they thought that they were done, and something happened there.
Wow.
I don't
That's
want.
so nice that they still loved it. That they were still active with
Yeah,
with young children and everything.
And it also kind of like, this sounds weird, but older moms, like people having babies into their 40s. I'm like, well, you know, I don't know if I want kids, but like it's nice to know that it could still be possible at that age.
No, because we just like kind of like we haven't been like trying, but we stopped not trying.
You pulled the goalie.
Oh, the goalie's been pulled for years. Like I've just not been and I've just been using like witchcraft, basically. I'm just like, oh, you know, the moon says I can't get pregnant. Let's have sex now.
The moon.
I don't know. And then we stopped even doing that. And then sometimes I'd just be like, well, I might be ovulating. You know, the sun and the wind of the trees say it is so.
Do you have Period Tracker app that tells you?
I do. I do. And I say things like, shut, I'm ovulating now. Which is turns out the only way not to give a man a boner
is to be like, I'm ovulating.
I'm ovulating. It's time to engage in coitus.
Yeah, you just gotta not tell them.
No, so we take a pretty chill approach and just like nothing. I might be barren. They might only be serving pancakes in this diner, no eggs. I don't know.
Like pancakes are made of eggs.
It might just I think it's like a dusty instant pancake mix where you just add water.
Oh, but do you want to be a mom? Like, is that something you want?
You know, I have tried to breastfeed my cat.
That'd be extremely painful.
Yeah, no, both my husband and the cat were alarmed. I thought it was a hilarious joke.
I mean, breastfeeding, I'm fascinated by it. By it.
Apparently it's painful. Like, I'm very freaked out for it. I don't know. I don't understand those people who are like, I definitely want this in life. I'm constantly waffling between like 8 options. I'm like, I don't know. Whichever thing pans out first is fine.
That's me too. I'm like, I don't want to 100% say like, yes, kids. Like, that's 100% a goal of mine, because I'm like, I don't know if that's going to happen. There's a lot of things that have to fall into place for that to happen.
Yeah,
So.
not only turns out do you have to have like I guess not have to, but it's easiest if you have a partner and you pull the goalie and you try. Even that might not work out. So
you got to
who
pull the
knows?
goalie, and then the net has to work.
I've just started borrowing a lot of Disney movies, and I'm taking that as a sign that I want to mother something. I want to mother the fuck out of something.
Anytime I get motherly vibes, I just think you just need to get a new cat. Maybe. Like, get a new baby kitten.
So I see you had one motherly feeling because you have one cat.
One cat. But I want more. Like, I want up to 3. But not more than 3. Actually,
more than
getting
3.
another one is probably going to put me at crazy cat status as a single lady.
Yeah, Yeah, I think there might be a certain like house, like square footage to cat ratio.
Yeah.
I think you could get away with 2 in this
I
place.
think 2 would be fine. 3, no. Gotta move to a better place.
Like
3.
you can't be like outweighed by cats. Like the mass of the cats cannot exceed the mass of the people
and
that are caring for them.
I want it to be a kitten because I want my current cat to like kind of mother it a bit. And I want that kitten to be a boy so that she can teach him the ways.
Oh, that's
of
so
being
nice.
a good.
So he'll be like a gentle soul. He'll grow up a gentle soul.
She'll teach him all about the Me Too movement. Be like, this is how you treat women.
Exactly. And he'll be super comfortable with tampons. It'll be wonderful. Not freaked out.
Oh my God.
I never got that. Like I always like some guys were like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going out to buy fucking tampies. Like, which is so stupid. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. So you don't want people to know that you have a close, intimate relationship with like a fertile female?
Yeah. It's literally just like
it's
toilet paper. It's like
the
toilet paper.
least gay thing you can do.
Speaking of tampons, I do want to mention something about tampons.
Oh yeah.
Sarah, maybe think about putting some sad music over this.
Oh no. Is it TSS?
No, but like I've been scared about that many times. But
I think I have TSS every month.
really? Like, do you actually get like dizzy and like nauseous and?
I'm always dizzy and nauseous.
You need to see a doctor. You're always dizzy and nauseous.
I'm seeing one. It's not very helpful.
Oh, do you have a family doctor?
No, I don't. I just have to go to this like walk-in clinic. And
And it's the worst there. It's
and I have
terrible.
I don't know. It's not as bad as Quebec though. People talk about how bad it is here, but like Quebec, you had to get up at like 7 a.m., get to the clinic for 7:30, and then stake out the doctor.
Oh, fuck.
And if you got there past like 9 a.m., all the appointments were taken. Good luck. And even if you got there at 7:30, you were only gonna get in like.
Here you could probably go like I would say after 12 noon. You're probably fucked. But
oh my god, yeah, no, it's crazy. Like I went to a
Mm-hmm.
doctor on my lunch break here. I was like, what is this?
yeah.
What's happening?
I just don't like walk-ins for more non-urgent health things, like things that you want to kind of talk about and take your time and talk. Like I feel like they're great for like prescription refills or like colds or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like with me, it's like there's so like I have a checklist of fucking stuff I want to talk to them about.
Oh, I bring in a list. I'm like, what of this looks to be the most important for you?
Which issue can we solve right now? But the tampon thing, I was listening to a podcast recently, and it's called Guys We Fucked. It's a great fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like at the beginning of the show, they take emails from listeners. And
Did they take your email?
no, I've never written into them. I'm terrified to because I know that they'd make fun of me, which would kind of be cool, actually.
It would be a loving fun. I feel like it's a supportive.
It would be like a, what's the word? Not a seal of approval. A
good-natured
passage.
ribbing. Yeah, rite of passage.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
I like being made fun of. Like for my live stream did I just announce a live stream? I'm doing another live stream, guys. I'd like to do a roast the host, where I could get comedians on, like comedians who know me, and just have them roast me. But I also recognize that's like I'm not a comic, so I don't really think I deserve to be roasted. But I just think it'd be fun and funny to do.
I don't know. They roasted Justin Bieber.
That's true.
If Justin, why not you?
Why not me? I can believe.
Yeah, believe in yourself. That's his slogan. Just believe.
Just believe. Never say never.
Oh, I just don't like that he's like such a twat. You know?
He's like 100% has a drug problem right now, for sure.
Oh, God,
He's married.
I want married. Oh my! But to a Baldwin, does that even count?
I guess so.
I feel like they just had like this same strain of herpes, and they were like, "Let's."
Did you hear about the?
Make this work.
We're going off on a tangent.
Sure.
But did you hear about the lice?
No.
So like there was like a tweet or something that like went out about them having lice together, and Haley Baldwin was like, "I think it's romantic that we got lice together." I was like, "Girl, something must be wrong with you."
Wow, the bar is low if you're a Baldwin.
It's like fuck.
No, we just met. We were like forever when we got the plague.
We were so close that our hair touched and the bugs kind of formed a little bridge and they went back and forth and infested themselves in our skin. So romantic. But the tampon thing. So the question was about tampons. And as it turns out,
I'm a double wide, but go on.
I've been doing something bad my entire life. ever since I started. And mind you, when I first got my period, I wasn't told about tampons. I didn't get a talk or anything. My mom threw a maxi pad at me and a stick of deodorant and said, deal with it. So like I didn't even
avoided my mother.
Yeah,
was my strategy.
I don't think I used tampons till like grade 11 or 12. Like it was
that sounds
later.
Right. Yeah.
But
it
like,
is scary. You're just used to not jamming anything in your cooter. You're like, there's no way that can fit in there.
I know.
And then you figure out what else is supposed to go in there. Like, Jesus Christ, this is not going to happen.
And it only gets worse.
Oh my God.
Because then we have to figure out, do we want to push a baby out of this too? Like, we've got to deal with all this other stuff. But then there's the idea of pushing a baby out. But no, I've been doing it right in terms of inserting them. I've been flushing tampons.
I honestly just learned about that.
Life. Did you?
I have been flushing them my whole life.
That makes me feel so much fucking better.
When I stopped, when I owned my own house.
So that's
that was
what
like
it is.
I was like, now I care about this. But I didn't realize that it like fucked up the septic system. That like they're not designed to like, they have to like pick them out or whatever.
They do. They do. And I'm going to talk about this because this was an emotional day for me because...
No, you just feel like a monster.
I did not know this. And I have to say, and prove me wrong. Like anyone listening, prove me wrong. Number one, no one fucking told me when I was younger not to flush them.
Oh my God,
Number
no.
two, it's not really on the box anywhere that you could find it. I don't think so. If you look at a box of tampons, you can't actually... Like there's nothing that explicitly says, do not flush.
Yeah, but it also says insane things. Like, you know, it doesn't say a bunch of other things like, oh, don't soak it in alcohol and put it in your butt. Like, who doesn't do that?
I have a friend. That's actually funny that you mentioned that. I have a friend who she lives in the same building. She probably hears me right now because I'm so fucking loud. She did episode 1 of the podcast and or the first ever recorded episode. And she said, she's like, I don't really want to come back on, but like the only way that I would come back on is if we did vodka tampons. And that was the drink. And I was like, well, maybe.
You're like, I'm not going to say no.
I wouldn't have to taste the vodka and I would probably get me drunk. So maybe.
All I can think is like just like a yeast infection.
Yeah, that would be so bad. And I have such a sensitive lady bit. Like I would 100% get an affection from that for sure.
Yeah, no, it's 100% just shoot it. It'll be fine.
But yeah, no, I've been flushing tampons and put it on Facebook as well. I
saw that. I can't remember if I interacted with that post. I was like, I'm not emotionally ready to broadcast my shame. Like
here's
you are.
the thing. And little PSA from Sarah here. When I put stuff like that on Facebook, a lot of people don't understand that I'm not an idiot. Okay, and like by that I mean, like I might come off as an idiot sometimes with my humor and shit. I know it's wrong. I understand what I've been doing is wrong. I just posed it as a question of, has anyone else been doing this? Like, what other girls can admit to doing this? And I put it as a question, and then I proceeded to get a bunch of comments about, oh, no, you can't do that. It's really bad. I was just like,
no, I mean,
technically I never said that I did. To either like, technically speaking on Facebook, I have been. But now I realize, I mean, obviously I just haven't been like, you know, really in a house for a long period of time to know that was bad.
No one tells you.
Yeah.
No one. I think I literally recently just learned that.
Isn't that wild and insane?
And I think sometimes people would periodically be like, oh, you shouldn't do that. But they wouldn't like go into the whole, like, they have to pick them out and the septic system's not built to deal with it and then like fuck up the pipes and like explosion, poop water everywhere.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me. So people would be like, oh, maybe you should. And I'd be like, whatever.
Right,
it'd always be like some stupid sign on the bathroom and it'd be like, do not flush sanitary pads. I was like, they mean maxi pads.
That's what, or the applicator.
Yeah. I would be like, obviously don't flush the plastic applicator.
And the funniest part about that post was, I have a friend, if you're listening right now, like, I'm so sorry that I might have offended you with my post, but he works for, like, sanitation.
Oh, I think I saw that.
And he commented, and I wrote back being like, classic case of Sarah not analyzing her friends list before she made a post. Because every now and then I'll post something and I will specifically block certain people from it because I know their background or I know they might be offended. I'll specifically block them. And in this case, I just totally didn't even think that this guy works in the field and he must deal with it every fucking day.
That is such a headache. I think it might, now I'm thinking of your post, I think it was that guy commenting.
Yeah.
And me being like, oh shit. Teaching moment, I won't do that anymore.
Right? But this is like the sex like they gotta fucking explicitly say,
You can't do it because
you
of
should
this.
not flush.
Because people say stupid things all the time, like, oh, like, don't take Ativan and drink, but that's just an awesome thing to do. So now I just think everything's bullshit.
Yeah. And like also too, the idea of not flushing a tampon really disturbs me.
I know. I don't like wrapping it up in toilet paper. I'm like, oh, is this gonna like bleed out? And then it's just gonna be, yes, I know. Like the inside of my vagina turns out does not smell tremendous.
It is. Let me tell you guys, you're in for an episode because
does yours smell worse as you got older? I don't remember my tampies smelling this bad. Sidebar, I'm alarmed at how often I have been smelling my tampies to notice this.
Listen,
sometimes you just gotta get it. You just gotta be like,
a girl who says that they don't notice it is fucking lying.
Thank you.
If you do it every month, you notice.
Exactly. Just be like, that's a little.
See, for me, my periods are so different month to month. Like there are some times where I'm like really heavy. There's sometimes where it's like super light. So like I find on the days that like I'm really crampy and it's really heavy, like yeah, it's worse than other days. Yeah. But like I don't have a consistent flow, so to speak. Oh. It's very up and down all over the place. I
usually period on a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, I fucked up birth control, and that's why I think I'm not good with my pill.
See, I'm not on it, and it's just like it is horrifying.
Yeah. I never felt better actually than like when I wasn't on the pill. I liked that better.
Yeah, no, I honestly think like I stopped the pill initially because I was no longer on my parents' health insurance plan and I did not want to pay $30 a month
That's
for
totally
it.
Fair.
But I actually got off it and I felt so much better. Like I had more energy. Like I think I was like a little depressed on the pill.
Yes, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, I just felt so much better not on it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like they had the male contraceptive pill because they can just do the same thing for men.
Yeah.
That men would just take this daily pill and it would just, you know, be a hormone or something.
Right.
And they stopped it because men had too many side effects.
Fucking Christ.
That are literally all the side effects that women deal with from taking the pill.
And then they just can't deal with it because they babies.
No, exactly.
It's like when I love how we're just bashing. We're like, fuck, man.
Just, no. Fuck cisgendered heteronormative fucking men. Just fuck them. But I do need one to pick me up later tonight and drive my drunk ass home.
So
I
that
do need
particular guy, he's great.
Oh, well, he's a little bit of a pussy when it comes to pain.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. No, literally. Like I'll shift on the couch. He'll be like, ow. And I'll be like, Jesus Christ, what? And he'll be like, you pulled like the little hairs on my hip. I'll be like, I was like, really? That was a Jesus Christ, ow?
I truly think women have a higher pain tolerance. Or just maybe a general tolerance.
Yeah, both those things.
You know what I mean? Like just in general?
That's what I try to explain. He's like, you get bitchy around your period. And I'm like, no, you just get more fucking annoying. That's the goddamn problem. My tolerance level for your annoying shit goes down.
And I don't know, like some periods are really bad. Like when you get really bad cramps or you're like really tired, it's hard. And we're allowed to bitch. We should be allowed to bitch.
I full on almost get a flu like every time. Like I have a fever, I can't sleep, I get muscle aches.
Yeah.
I eat like a bottomless pit.
My shit.
It's
I know.
disgusting. I invented s'mores cereal.
Do tell.
It is literally just a bowl of
marshmallows
and mini chocolate chips.
Ooh.
With milk on it.
Ooh, you should cut up some graham crackers and put that shit in there.
No, it just gets in the way of the marshmallows and the chocolate chips.
I do love marshmallow and chocolate.
What kind of, and this is why I can't eat sugar anymore.
Oh, really?
I really have to be very careful about it. I had to save up for this wine tonight.
I think because I drink so much, I realize that there's a lot of sugar and alcohol, and I'm not a huge sweet tooth, but I love me some marshmallow.
I would suck dicks. For
should have just left it at that.
Oh my God.
So you got the sweet tooth, eh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Especially on the period.
And I'll just like I will eat it till it's gone.
Yeah.
And I will shame eat it. Like I'll hide it from my husband. And like I'll have to like eat it somewhere where he doesn't know where I am, so I won't have to share it.
Ooh, yeah, that would be a
So
thing.
bad.
That would be a thing. The pressure to
And
share.
And sometimes I like find the wrapper. It's so
Oh my god.
And so I have to like if I like a secret eat something in the house, I have to like hide it in like my purse so I can like dispose of the wrapper at work. No, it's so bad.
Oh man,
Because he is trying to help. He knows he knows it's a health thing. I shouldn't be eating it.
I'm the opposite. I'm a salty person. Chips, popcorn.
Oh god. Really anything. I'm not
Just salt.
discriminatory. Just do a hard line of salt.
I'll just like everyone who knows me knows. Like if you come to McDonald's with me, you're going to be disturbed because I
You're
will
exactly like my friend JC.
I put salt on my fries.
Oh, I thought you meant the amount that you were. This friend JC that I have, she literally goes to McDonald's every time. She'll drop like $30 because she has to get like nuggets.
Oh no.
Nuggets.
I'm not too bad with that.
Big Mac. Like,
I like the variety.
I don't even know what she
but-
gets, but it's like some crazy
Holy
smorgasbord
fuck.
every time.
I love McDonald's though.
And she's so small. I don't understand. I
How
don't
old?
understand
How
her
old?
life. She's our age.
Ah, fuck.
I know.
So we were talking about this before we
She's a
hit
magical
record
beast.
about the fact that we are like I'm 31.
Yeah.
You're 31 too.
Oh, yes.
Right? And so you're turning 32 soon and I'm also turning 32 soon. So
Isn't
we're
it
like
just wonderful? I feel
a month
like
apart.
30's like the new like 18.
I did an episode.
Everything's just so taut and lubricated.
I'm terrible. I did an episode with my friends Andrew and Danielle about lessons we learned at 30, which sounds like a BuzzFeed article.
It's catchy.
I'd rather get real
listen
and
to that.
talk about what sucks about this age, which is a lot of stuff.
I think it's the age where you just give up. Like I used to have like all these dreams and I'd be like, yeah, like, and I was like passionate about stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And
It
I'd
just
be like, oh my gosh, I love these regulations. They're so interesting at work. And I'd be like, oh, we can improve this. And now I'm just kind of like, oh no, I'm just trying to get through the day.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is. I'm like, I have, what is it? I think it's like, I have 27 years till retirement.
Oh damn.
And I just keep I'm just like
start the clock.
27 more years of this, baby.
Start the timer.
No, just
Fuck. I was gonna use the word that you accept things more, but give up also.
yeah, no,
For sure.
maybe accept would be if like we were talking about what ruled.
You know what? The acceptance thing for me is actually more related to like my body because I realize now that like we were talking about metabolism because I did gain weight this year. Womp womp. Sad trombone. Put in a sad trombone here. And rather than stressing out so much about losing it or like getting rid of it, I'm just kind of like, you know, like if I lose it, cool, but like I gotta learn to love this thing. Like,
Yeah.
like for like what it is, like just get the right clothes. And it does suck buying new clothes though.
Oh
New
god, because you're
bras.
always
new bras.
holy
is-
shit. My
that's the
titties have
struggle.
grown like 3 sizes in the
Yeah.
past 3 years. It's ridiculous. I was like, when I turned like 25, I was like, well, this is it. I'm gonna be a size E forever. And
Yeah.
now they kicked me out of the bay.
I went up
I
a
was
cup
like-
size, like
Yeah.
a whole cup.
They
yeah.
were like at the bay. They're
They
like,
kicked you out?
yeah, well, nicely. They were just kind of
shit.
like, there is nothing here for you, you big titted freak.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No, and I was like anything, like,
Wait, what
like
size are you?
34G.
Holy shit! You do have big boobs.
I know, God,
They're nice.
They're pendulous.
Do you like having them?
I mean, they're a fun time for the husband. I felt very flattered when I realized that he was searching big titties for porn, you know. I was like, perfect.
That's your influence. It's your
This
influence.
is what I thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, because if it was something like, I don't know, just like fucking
Teen
guys and chipmunk.
blowjobs.
Yeah, like fucking teen chipmunk blowjob. I'd be like, well, he's not attracted to me.
I don't think I'd want to see what my partner was searching for.
No, I was
Ignorance
such
is bliss.
I'm very strange, and I'm very I'm very encouraging of my husband's masturbation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I just think I think masturbating is so healthy. Do it. Live your life. And I don't do it. I don't know why. I guess I
don't?
just I like I would like once every 4 months.
Really?
I don't know if it's like a low drive or something. You know what I mean? It just like never like it never occurs to me.
Interesting.
It's very low drive.
Well, that's one thing I do notice in the 30s though. I love how I say 30s where it's like I'm only
30s.
31. I feel like
I know everything about all the 30s.
I'm talking about like I'm 35 or something. But one thing I have noticed with getting older is that I still definitely masturbate a lot, but it's more efficient masturbating.
Well, because you know what's up.
Yeah.
And you discovered vibrators.
Hells yeah. My vibrator is broken though. I haven't used it in a long time. It won't hold a charge anymore.
Oh god, that's so sad. So
Yeah.
it's like a race to the finish. That's horrible.
And we talked about my money issues and how broke I am, so I'm kind of like
You're holding
prioritizing
off.
groceries over new vibrator. So,
I don't know if you picked the right one there.
but that said, like I'm actually really lucky in that. Actually, most of the times I do it, it's not with anything.
Really?
And I know a lot of girls who get too reliant on the vibrator, and then it like ruins sex for them because their guy isn't vibrating like a magic wand.
Oh, well, just bring it in.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
in with
that's
it.
that.
But some guys
Amen.
get intimidated.
A lot of
They
guys
don't
do.
like it. Whatever.
And we are
getting-
pro sex toy on Intoxicated.
Oh,
If
for
you're a guy
sure.
listening to this, break them vibrators out.
Oh, here's
Give a story.
So what I did, I was just always very open, and like if I masturbated, I'd like get really excited and like I'd call then boyfriend, I'd be like, guess what I did?
Oh, you gotta come during it.
Yeah. Oh, that's that's what I should have done. But it always be just something like he was at work or some shit. You know, it's just like something where
better.
he was not available.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
available.
Yeah.
And so I'd be really excited. And he was always so secretive about his masturbating. I'd be like, did you do it? Have I been in the house? Do you like sneak around? Like I really like wanted to know more details. And he just like wouldn't tell me. So one day I went through his browser history.
Oh, here we go.
Just because I was interested, and it was all just like benign stuff, and I wasn't really looking at like the titles or whatever, but I just found it interesting to make a graph. And because I do have a master's degree in research.
Yes. Visual person.
I am a researcher at heart.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made a graph.
What kind of graph
and
was it?
It was indicating his most frequent masturbating habits.
Interesting.
And I figured out that he like had these like peak masturbating times. It was so specific.
Times of day?
Yeah.
Really?
It was something like he would do Tuesdays at 10 a.m. and like Thursdays at 6. And I think this is when he was at school actually or something. So it was like
Made sense.
it was like
A little bit.
so he would have class at say like 1 or something, and I would leave the house at 9 to go do my thing.
Right.
So it was like these key times, but the weird thing was like it was so regular. It was like a schedule.
Wow.
And I just found that so interesting
That's
to be so
fascinating.
regimented about masturbating. And it's like such a maintenance thing for guys, I think.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think they got to get that shit out or else
Yeah.
it'll hurt.
And
But
I was so proud
I
of my
feel that way
finding. And I was that's so interesting. He was like, you were never touching
Was he
my-"
mortified?
He
Also,
was.
why wasn't he hiding his browsing history?
Well, now he does.
Okay.
He's very
That's what
careful
did it.
about it. And I've never,
Incognito.
I haven't looked since, but he was like, I'm deleting it now.
I made a good point on an old episode about this, actually. Okay, and this is unpopular. People are going to like roll their eyes at me. I don't delete mine for the reason that when I'm watching porn and I can't seem to find something that's doing it for me, I just go back to what the last porn I watched on the last time I did it.
That's fair.
Because I know that it did the trick. Because it was the last thing I watched.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like remember the titles, so I just leave in the browser
Yeah,
history.
because you got to go through so much scary stuff.
People are going to try to get in my computer now.
Oh, please. Who doesn't have the porn in their browser history? Show me that
Yeah.
psychopath.
I mean,
do
I
not
think-
want to be in a room with them.
I think a lot of people are probably smarter about it than I am.
I don't know, but like,
Incognito or
what's the
whatever.
disadvantage? I don't know. Like, what's someone gonna do? Just be like, Sarah looked at porn.
Because generally speaking, the people looking are probably people you're close with. So who cares?
Yeah, it's just, and your mom doesn't know how to access your browser history. She's 70. It's fine.
They don't know shit.
Exactly.
Like they know I have this podcast, and I still don't think they know what a podcast is.
they're like, oh, that's nice. Where can we buy a copy? At HMV?
You know what? You're not far off from that
Next
question.
time I go to HMV, I'm going to get a copy of your podcast. I'll ask them.
Be like, Mom, HMV has been closed for a long time.
What? Oh, you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna go down to Radio Shack.
To Shoppers
Maybe
Drug-
they'll have it at Radio Shack.
Shoppers Drug Mart.
Byway. Maybe they'll have it at the Byway.
Byway. Oh my god. Oh, such memes.
Well, don't tell me Sears. I just like the idea of you just slowly telling your parents that like all these things are closed.
I just feel like, I mean, this is going on the internet. I'm like, if they ever listen to these episodes, they are going to be unbelievably mortified.
Maybe that's why they're not listening. They're just like,
I very politely was just like, it might not be for you.
they probably took that cue.
It might not be what you into. But it's weird that we mentioned porn because I brought something up to you earlier that I haven't mentioned yet in the show, which is the cum cramps, the hashtag cum cramps.
Right.
Which is another weird thing that my body has been doing. And it's another reason why I want to talk to a doctor because I don't think that this is normal. Like at all. And okay, so like long story short, girl was watching porn, girl was doing her thing, and it happened, and it was lovely. And then instantly,
creepy time.
I got really bad abdominal pains, like insane. And like what I was telling you was like it was like low. So like
not period cramps.
It didn't feel like a period cramp because a period cramp is, at least my period cramps, are more like a dull aching pain, like a really bad dull aching throbbing pain. This was like just a consistent, like it felt like my insides were being twisted in a knot, and it was very low, and I was very confused as to like what part of my body is this? Is this the butt, the vag, or the intestines, or what? Like I don't really know. I couldn't localize it, but it was just really bad pain, and it happened right after I came, like almost to the second.
Maybe it was like a pussy Charlie horse.
That's literally what I think it was. Because if you think about it, like if there was contractions happening, something must have happened there.
It could have, yeah. You could have just blown a fuse.
But you want to know what? There's fucking nothing on the internet about this at all. Everything I Google is like pain during sex. I was like, no, bitch, I wasn't having sex. It was just masturbating. Stop making this about partners. It was just me. You're like, I get it. I'm alone. I'm alone. But it made me realize just how little info is out there and how I'm like, I don't really know how to bring this up at a walk-in clinic. Because I don't have a family doctor right now. And so if I were to go to a walk-in clinic and be like, so I got these really bad abdominal pains, I thought I was literally having contractions. Because
we have to start the story with I was masturbating furiously.
I've had friends tell me what contractions feel like. And they've said it feels like your lower insides are being churned, like twisted. Ooh. And that's what it felt like. And I was just like, fuck. I was like texting Andrew Vaughn, and Andrew's like, I'm too hot. I don't know what to do about this. He's like, I was just hanging out here watching. I don't remember what he was watching, something. He's like, now I'm Googling how masturbation broke you.
That's a real friend.
He's a true friend. Thanks, Andrew. He had no idea. And then like when I told him that it happened right after coming, he was like, oh, go fuck yourself. You have an UTI. And I was like, no! You're getting it wrong again. That's sex.
You know what? That's a ding for Andrew for knowing enough about women to be like, settle down, bitch. That's a UTI.
It was really funny how the vibe changed because he was like, is this like an emergency situation? Like, what do we do? I really freaked him out. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Because that was so weird because like when I got the Diva cup stuck.
Oh my God, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Diva. I actually I've never used one. I have one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I think so many people bought it and then just never use it. And they were just like, I can't do this. This makes no sense.
It's really scary and intimidating.
Oh my God.
To me.
And my first instinct, I texted 2 of my guy friends. I was like,
did you really?
One of them was like, you got to break the seal. So stick a butter knife up there.
Break the seal? Okay.
Like,
Can you take me step by step?
Okay. So it's like, it looks like a shot glass, right?
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah.
that?
It looks like a funnel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like a tapered shot glass of silicone. It's about that size.
I think I have one. Just one sec. I actually think
exactly. It's so because we have to make sure the viewers can see it on this podcast. Oh, perfect. Sarah just keeps her Diva cup in her living room. Most people, that's a bathroom item. She's checking in her cat food box.
The reason I had it was because we did the worst Christmas gift exchange.
That's pretty awesome.
I used it as one of my gifts to Andrew. So,
I actually gave it as a gift to my sister for Christmas. Yeah.
Well, that's why I had it, because a friend of mine used them and she was like, you should try this. It's actually pretty good.
I actually really love giving my sister embarrassing Christmas gifts. I did the Diva cup one year and then that wasn't enough. So the year after that, I did a vibrator.
Oh, perfect.
But like a really good vibrator.
Was it like good as in
it was
good
like
quality,
yeah,
or
it
like
was
funny?
No. It was like $100. It was like a legit.
Shit.
It was like it's like the roll. It's like what Gwyneth Paltrow masturbates with. It's real nice. And like she was like, Kirsten, but then later, like a year later, she's like, thank you, you're helping me make better dating decisions.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I'm like, use it before you go on a date, and maybe you'll make fewer shitty decisions. She's like, I am.
Oh, I need a new one. The one that I have now is one of the Lilos.
Yes,
And
I think it might be because
they're-
Lilo.
They're
it's
like the
that.
sleek, colorful.
Yeah, I got her like the purple one. That's kind of like.
That's probably the one I have.
Yeah, that's
the classic one.
Oh, you like luxury. That's good.
Yeah, I upgraded big time because I had one of those cheap like battery ones.
Oh, the
that you had
hard
to
plastic
turn,
ones. It's like,
and you had to turn at the bottom for it to like.
Oh, that was awful.
And I upgraded to that, so now I have to like get a replacement for the Lilo because it's not charging.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Diva cup. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you have this little shot glass and you got to fold it up and you got to jammer it in to the vagine.
Right up there, like pretty far, right?
No, that's the thing. It doesn't go as far as a tampon, and I think I jammed it up too far, but like I couldn't figure out like I don't know, like I could anyways, so like you get it in there and it like creates like a seal, right? So like it stays in there and it just fills up with blood.
See, from what I heard from people is that you gotta get it in, it has to like expand or whatever.
Yeah, it has to like pop
and
out.
then you need to
'cause
like
it's
give
folded.
it a little like tug
Yeah, you kind
to
of
like make sure it's yeah,
Yeah.
I know we're both making the same facial expressions right now.
So I got it in there and I was like, perfect, this is very uncomfortable. And you're supposed to like not be able to feel it. Like it didn't hurt, but it was just kind of like, I was like, I don't like this. I don't feel good. So I go about my day and then I try to get out and I'm like, perfect, it's stuck.
Oh fuck.
So then I text my one friend and he's like, get a butter knife in there. Just break the seal. And
Did
then,
you do it?
No, and I texted, and then I had texted my other male friend too, who's actually a doctor of internal medicine. So he was actually a marginally appropriate person to text, but he works in Calgary or something. And I was like, theoretically, if someone lodged an object in their nether regions,
Which happens a lot.
which hospital in Montreal would you recommend?
Just
Because like
question.
he has friends that work there, and like it's something that I couldn't remember. It was like something like the Verdun Hospital had like a half-hour wait times, but if you go to Montreal General, it's going to be like 8 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? And by then, I definitely have TSS,
Jesus.
so not an option.
Because can you get TSS from a Diva cup?
No,
Okay.
but I'm not. I'm like that crazy.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Anyway, so he like talked me through how to get it out, and then at the end, he was like, I'm deleting this conversation, and we're never talking about this again. He was like, I'm not a gynecologist.
Is this too graphic, or like how'd you get how?
Oh, you just kind of have to like bear down. Like, so I just kind of like got in the shower. I squatted down. I think the word squatted is disgusting, for the record.
But it's appropriate. Yeah.
And then you just kind of like, you got to get in there and you got to like pinch it. You got to pinch the bottom to break the seal. And I had to really get up in there. It was a nightmare. And I was like, we're not doing that again.
Did that ruin your experience with Diva cups entirely?
100%.
Yeah. See, I feel like it's one of those things, one bad experience will like just tarnish your opinion. It's like an IUD, because I feel like IUDs are widely loved. Most girls that I talk to about them, they're like, IUD all the way, it's the best. I haven't told you this about me yet, but I have a tilted uterus and cervix.
I do too.
Seriously?
I do. Oh my gosh.
I had to be put to sleep for a LEEP procedure because that's how tilted I am.
Oh, I don't think I was that tilted.
Like backwards, like I'm like most people are like this, and I'm like
I might be like half of that.
Were pap tests like really tough for you?
Yeah, they're really horrible. And then finally, like my super gay doctor was like, oh, your vagina's tilted. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But I only bring up, it was so funny. It was like with him, it was a reverse negotiation to not go near my vagina, which was perfect because I hated pap tests.
I despise them, and I have to get them like every 6 months now.
Oh,
because I had like
abnormal cells.
And so now I've had them removed, and now even though I've had them removed, they have to like monitor it. So which
fine.
It's all preventative, it's all good. I totally respect and encourage that.
Oh, for sure.
But it's just really hell when your fucking cervix is tilted.
Ugh.
And so like the procedure that I had, most women get done in 5 minutes, like just at a clinic.
Oh yeah.
I had to be put to sleep.
Oh God. Every 6 months you got to go to sleep?
No. This was just they actually just like literally took out a chunk of my cervix that had the cells on it.
Oh, okay.
So this was just hopefully a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Unless it comes back or spreads.
Oh, I've had tons of friends who have had abnormal paps. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Listen, guys listening, if you're still here, you might not be. Vaginas are hell, and you should appreciate women.
They're not just a fun place to smuggle drugs. That's a lot of upkeep. Oh, and I have to say, my husband, to his credit, I also had texted him in this.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah. And he was out at the time. So I was like, I need help. And he just called me right away. And he was like, I'm coming home. We're going to get this out.
Hell yeah. Teamwork.
Yeah. He was ready to go like fucking elbow deep in there and get it out for me.
I've heard stories about couples, like guys helping their girlfriends get tampons out. Because like, that's another thing that's never happened to me that I'm terrified of is a tampon getting way up in there.
Yeah, that would be scary.
That's terrifying.
I would, yeah. Ooh. Oh my gosh, no, it was actually a really romantic experience. Speaking of guys helping girls get tampons out, my husband, then boyfriend, shaved my butthole for me, and it was so romantic.
What?
He shaved it for me. It was so romantic.
I mean, it is a hard thing to reach on your own.
No, but there's a strategy. I figured out the strategy because like I was getting lasered, and so you gotta shave everything, right?
You have to shave to get lasered?
Yeah, you gotta shave to get lasered. Yeah,
shit, I didn't know that.
It's weird because like I think the whole idea is like the laser's attracted to like the darkness of the hair follicle.
Oh, right,
and that's why it doesn't work for like blondies, and you gotta go for electrolysis if you're blonde. I used to work at one of these clinics,
Did you really?
I was getting good diskies.
Oh, that's amazing.
And they do like a little extra sometimes, you know. So that's why I wanted to make sure get the butthole. I don't like butthole hairs.
Oh, 100%.
By the way, it didn't 100% work. There's still a little hair there.
But it took some of it off.
Yeah.
I mean, like with waxes, like I'm just like if I'm getting a Brazilian, which
do the butthole.
Fucking do it. You've already seen like most of me.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, we're really just tidying up.
At this point, just finger me, please. Like I need it.
Actually, the butthole is the least painful place to get waxed.
It's so true. I actually totally kind of look forward to it because it makes you feel cleaner.
Yeah, it's so warm and then it's clean. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, and then you're like, and I feel like I'm just someone who is generally I get nervous with oral. I get very nervous.
Oh, yeah. I think it's much more intimate than sex.
Thank you.
I would definitely
agree.
I don't understand girls who are just like, oh, I just met him, so I just blew him. I'm like, oh god,
I just
no,
that's like down on me, and then he went home.
That's like a month in for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I will bang you.
I'm totally
right out the gate.
It's weird. Like people look at me like I have 3 heads, but I'm like, I'm totally fine with no oral. Like it doesn't. I'm fine without it. I think the thought is what counts.
Yeah.
So you should at least offer.
Yeah, exactly. Just be
but if I'm not feeling like the most comfortable today or like whatever, like
or I didn't shower
okay
8 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with saying no to it. But I'm a fan of the vag wipe. Got a lot of those. I like to give myself a little wipey wipe.
Oh yeah.
Before getting intimate.
Oh yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I usually just like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But also I'm like an old married person now. So it's
you
like
can prepare for it. Whereas me, it's like I might go out and like there was once that I went home with a guy.
Meet a guy.
And I went to a fucking Shoppers Drug Mart and picked up like baby wipes and like a toothbrush and a stick of deodorant. Like it was like the one night stand kit. And I was in a Wonder Woman costume too at the time. Perfect. I was at a Halcon
That's
event.
probably what sealed the deal. You can.
Oh, it was 100%. I cabbed to Dartmouth as Wonder Woman to get fucked.
Oh, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Yeah. It was a pretty memorable experience, I have to say.
Wait, what was he dressed as?
Nothing. Because he was just home. He just called me over.
Oh, I thought you met him at the convention.
No. No, I just got booty called and I was like, okay, I'll be there. I'll pay the $40.
How hilarious. I'm also, this is another clue why you're broke. Okay. It's all come together.
I don't do it anymore. Actually, I still hook up with that same friend.
Yeah, but you make him come here.
I do. And I'm very
You
very
make him wear the Wonder Woman costume.
I'm very stern on it. I'm like, only one of us has a car and it's you. So I'm not
Wait,
I'm not
he had a
Dartmouth.
car and he made you cab to fuck that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He's not a good friend, first of all.
Yeah. I know. I'm very, that's one thing about being 30. I have no time anymore for games from guys. So I get a lot of, I'll say dick pics, but they're more like sexy Snapchats being like, come over, or like, here's what I'm doing. And really what those are to initiate me sending boobs or me sending, it's to initiate sexting. And I have no time for that anymore. So I always write, I'm like, send me that next time when you're on the way over.
Boom.
Like I just don't have time for it. Like, I'm
You're
just
not
like, what?
getting free titties from me.
I'm just sexting. No, not into it.
That's fair.
Phone sex is fun though, I will say.
I've never done that.
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to think.
It is so fun.
I don't think.
It is. That's a time. I mean, like, if you have to do it, but I don't know.
Oh, sometimes I write erotic fan fiction for Walking Dead.
What?
Yeah. I have an eclectic
I'm just like learning so many things about you.
I have an eclectic skill set.
Erotic fan fiction.
Yeah. I actually got like pretty popular. Like
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like on, is it like, are these like internet forums or like?
Yeah.
Like,
it's called like, what's the big one? It's like this like community of like,
oh God, I think I know what it is.
I think it's like fanfiction.com or something. Fanfiction.net.
Oh damn.
Anyways, yeah. And just like, it's really fun. You just kind of like write these like alternate storylines with your favorite characters from the show.
I love
Obviously Daryl Dixon.
And who?
And I just kind of make up my own characters that are like basically me.
Oh.
Or like what I wish I was.
Because there was like things going around that his character was gay for a bit. Or like people were speculating that. I'm like, that would be hot. Some gay fanfic with Daryl Dixon.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't have any experience with that. So I think it would be better for another author to do.
Fair.
But also, I do this for my own gratification.
That's so funny.
And so I'll like write it and then I'll get all hot and I'll be like, Sean. And I'll like go to my husband. It's perfect. And he doesn't know.
And I gotta say.
Well, he does because I actually made him. I wrote one and then I was like, I need you to memorize the script. Because I'm a comedian and I kind of like do like, acting and improv and I'm like very, very into it. And he is not that at all.
Really?
So he wanted some puss, but he did not want to memorize lines to get it.
Holy shit.
But he did it. He struggled through.
That would be so fun though.
Yeah, Daryl's very terse, so he didn't have a lot of lines anyways. It was fine.
Oh, wow. Well, one of the first things like sexual awakenings was the back of Cosmo when they would have the like erotic novel excerpt, like they would have porn in the back of Cosmo.
What? I
Like
don't remember this.
written out, like from like I don't want to say erotic novels. Maybe it was like erotic books, and they would have little clips from the books in the back of Cosmo, and that was like the first like I would get the little tingles reading that, and I was like, oh okay,
You're like,
this is what horniness is.
Bonjour. I still feel guilty to this day when my sister and I think we were watching like, I think it was like Dharma and Greg. Something very benign like that. And there was like some kind of like mild, like it was like a kissing scene or something like that. And she was maybe like 7 and I was like 10. It was like something like that. And she's like, Kirsten, do you like feel something in like your muff when you see people kissing? And I was like, no, you're a freak. And I still feel bad about that.
What bloomer were we?
Yeah. Well, no, because like I knew that it was true. I was like, I knew there was some kind of connection, but I didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's so funny. I
was like, no, you're a freak.
Oh, those times were wild.
weren't they? Dharma and Greg was edgy
Dharma
television.
and Greg. Yes, it was a good show. Oh my
I did like
gosh.
it.
Oh my gosh. So you are married.
I am.
And I want to know all about this. How'd you do that? Because you've been together a long time. You said like 10, 11 years or something?
10.
Holy shit.
I think it'll be 10 years this summer that we've been together. I'm trying to think. No, maybe 9 years we've been together. Yeah,
That's still a
9
long
years
time.
this summer we've been together. And yeah, I mean, it just kind of started as like a whirlwind romance. He was supposed to move to New Brunswick. We were both in Montreal.
Okay.
I think we started sort of like in maybe July or something like that. And he was supposed to move in August. So I was like, yes, kind of a one night stand. Nailing it.
How'd you meet though?
It was my colleague was his roommate, and my colleague lived in the same neighborhood, and so I'd see them walking around together, and I'd just be like, hi. And then eventually, like, we went to the same party together, and I was like, will you put together my IKEA? I need help. My boyfriend is tree planting.
This is a strategy. IKEA furniture.
Yeah, exactly. And then so he came over, and he was just kind of charmed, and I played guitar, and he played guitar, and just like all these different things, and like we both like kind of like similar music, all that jazz, all that nonsense.
Wow.
And then he just kind of decided like he wasn't gonna move to New Brunswick and go to university there like he'd applied to. He was gonna stay in Montreal. So he stayed in Montreal for another 10 years, and we just got married last summer.
And what was
2 summers ago now.
What was the wedding like?
It's perfect.
Tell me everything.
Perfect.
Tell me everything.
It was the dream wedding.
Was it really? Or is this
No,
sarcasm?
I was like, because that's the thing. If you get married, everyone wants you to be a psychopath bride. That's what.
Yeah, I think people will say like, you're not going to be a bridezilla, but then in their head they're like, I kind of hope she's a bridezilla.
Oh no,
that's
and like,
juicy.
and wedding vendors charge you based on like the assumption that you're going to be a bridezilla. Like everything is like so. Anyways, we got an amazing venue. It was this like summer camp for kids, and we just like used it on the weekend or something like that. It was like half the price everywhere else. It was out, and like we could have our own. We didn't need a liquor license, like because it was like a private catering venue or something. We had open bar, we had an oyster bar, we had like this amazing chef who was like half the price of other chefs.
Holy fuck.
But he was like, he'd catered like, who was it? It was like Chef Michael Smith's wedding or something like that.
Holy shit.
He was just a shitty business person, but a really good chef.
Wow.
And he was super nice, and like, but it was just like things like trying to like get back, like he just like wouldn't get back to emails or something. And like a week out from the wedding, I'd be like
That's
we'd be like,
nerve-wracking as fuck.
yeah. So it was just like, it was stressful, but like he was so good and so great.
So it was worth it in the long run.
Yeah. And we had a beautiful ceremony outside, like by the ocean. It was like, and it was on grass, and then there was just like a like kind of tipped off, and there was like a short little beach, so there was no sand, but you could see the ocean, and people were swimming right before the ceremony.
My God.
We had just like,
was it sunny?
It was like perfect. It was like 30 degrees.
Oh.
It was perfect.
What month was that?
It was August 4th.
Wow, hot.
Yeah. So it was like, and it was PEI.
Oh,
just
nice.
outside of Summerside.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, it was so nice. And I went to like one of, the crazy like shows like Say Yes to the Dress.
Yeah.
I went to one of those stores in Montreal, and it was like traumatizing. There was like 5 girls all standing, like 2 of them were crying. One of them was like about like was fucking punching somebody. It was crazy.
What the
No, and I brought my friend with me, and she was pretty drunk.
Me,
and she
That's
was,
such
and
a
it was just her and me, and she's not a girly girl. Like she doesn't own a dress. She literally does not own a dress. Yeah, and so, but she was trying to be a wonderful, supportive friend, because that's who she is.
That's so sweet.
And so I was just like trying on these dresses, and you have to go in this change room, and it's just like this old woman comes in with you, and she's just like, "I'm your grandmother. Get your titties out," or just like, and I was like, "What?" I was just like not prepared for this.
Holy, that's intense as fuck.
And I was trying all these gowns, and I tried on this huge one. Like I had like this bodice and like this huge puffy crinoline, and my friend was trying to be really, and I was like just about had it at that point. And my drunk friend who was trying to be really supportive was like, "Oh, you look like a beautiful jellyfish." And I was like, "That's it, we're going."
Do you think she was? Do you think she really liked it, or was she trying to mask that she didn't like it?
I think she was not the right person to come to,
Right.
because she's not a girl. She's not a girly
That's
girl.
just
Like
it.
she
You need
doesn't
to-
have like I don't think she would have a strong opinion one way or the other about a dress.
And I do
you know?
think that there should be a strategy going into dress shopping, because I know people who bring a bunch of people with them.
Oh, that I think is a horrible
And I think that's a
mistake.
bad idea. Like, I think it should be maybe 2 or 3 tops.
I brought
like,
0 people with me in the end.
Good for you. And actually, that's probably like the better way. Like, don't let anyone's opinion.
Yeah.
But I just know me, and I know like I would want to have a little validation or a little bit of a backup of like,
Oh yeah,
that's the dress. Like,
and
just
then
a
I
thumbs
got
up.
like, I loved my dress. I ended up going to not
Do you have
like
pictures on Facebook?
I think I do.
I want to see. I'm obsessed with wedding dresses. I will never wear one, but I'm obsessed with them.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Okay, you can kind of see it. That's like we did a photo shoot with our cats.
Oh, is it like a cap sleeve?
Yeah, it's
kind
like
of?
it's a cap sleeve, and it's just like a fitted gown. And
That's
it's got
gorgeous.
like nice lace,
That
and
is-
like we brought down the sleeve a little bit. But I could
V-neck
wear
cap sleeve lace, and it looks like it's form fitting, like it's not puffy, like it's
It was
like
like
an
a-
A-line.
Yeah. And it was this designer in
gorgeous.
Montreal. She has her own store. So it was just like very personalized attention, one of a kind gown. And it was like a third of the price that any other wedding gown. This was $800,
Ding.
which is a steal for a
That
wedding
is
dress.
a steal.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how like
They only
how
charged
atrociously
me
expensive wedding
30%
dresses.
markup for making it a wedding dress.
Wow.
And that's pretty reasonable because basically like you can't not say it's for your wedding anyways, but she she basically like had this dress but in purple, and I was like, can you make it white? And she was like, yes, for this amount of money.
That's amazing.
But it was such a calm experience. Like I was usually the only person in the store, and we had like personalized appointments. I had like 2 or 3 fitting appointments.
wow.
Yeah, no, it was a really good experience. So, but you have to find like what's you. Some girls might like that massive venue and trying on like the million puffy dresses, but I loved my dress so much.
Oh, that's. I feel like
See if I have like a better picture.
that's one element that I would not want to fuck up for a wedding is the dress.
Yeah,
And that might be narcissistic, but like my sister told me once, like she's like, I liked my wedding and stuff, but if I could go back and pick a better dress, I would have. Like she
really she didn't
Yeah.
like her dress.
Well,
I've
I don't
never
think it was
heard
that she
that.
didn't like it. I just think that I think she rushed it and
Right.
and it just didn't. It wasn't like a wow moment.
I had to actually purchase my dress before trying it on because they only had one sample size in store. And so I just had to kind of look at it and hope
Right.
that it was decent.
Oh God, that would be so nerve wracking.
When I ordered it in my size. And then you go to try it on, and then I'd lost a bunch of weight, obviously, for my wedding.
Yeah.
And then so it was all like drooping. I was like, I hope this works out.
Well, I mean, you can always take stuff in though.
No, yeah, exactly. Because they do the first thing, because I ordered it like 6 months in advance, and then you go for 2 fittings. I did the initial fitting, and then they did a second to last. And then they did a last fitting like a week before.
Right.
They were really good.
Yeah. That's the fucking. I hate that fucking. I've never been someone who's dealt with a lot of weight fluctuations, but right now, most of my fuck me sideways dresses don't fit me. And it's a moment, let me tell you as a woman. Like, I don't want it to be
sideways
like,
dresses.
don't get me wrong, people listening. I don't want this to be a thing. Like, I'm a full believer in like, love yourself and like bodies are all beautiful. But like, when you need to like accept the fact that like these dresses don't fit, it's
No,
like this
yeah.
moment of like, okay, I gotta go buy like a size up.
No, and you gotta find like a new dress. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know about
A
you,
new
but
style,
I
kinda.
hate shopping.
I do too. It's a
drives me
torture chamber, really. Like,
because I can usually look. That's why I was kind of confident about this dress. My friends thought it was crazy because I selected my photographer without meeting them. I hired my chef without tasting his food, and
Wow,
I
you
bought
took a
my
bunch of
dress without
risks.
trying it on. And everyone said I got. Oh yeah, we had a great band.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone was like, this was like the best wedding we went to. The ceremony was 15 minutes long
amazing. Short and
because
sweet.
it was just Bobby Joe Gordon. He'd done 7 weddings before.
Wow.
And Alicia Cuthbert was a guest at one of them.
I thought you were going to say she was a guest at your wedding, and I was ready to pick my jaw off the floor. Like, I love happy endings. What is happening?
That was his sales pitch, and we were like, sold.
Done. We're done.
And he kept trying to be like, do you want me to add a Bible class? And we'd be like, nope, cut it.
Do you want me to add?
Do you want me to add a sand ceremony? Nope, cut it. He's like, it doesn't cost more. And we'd be like, nope, cut it. What do you legally have to say?
Yeah.
Say that. Say exactly that.
I have a friend who started a business called the Elope Halifax. And she's a justice of the peace, and her friend is a photographer, and they do like super cheap wedding packages. So like if you just want a basic wedding and some pictures, it's like I think she said it's like under $1,000. To hire to get pictures of the moment and like be married.
Oh,
like,
nice.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
Our wedding
business.
was maybe like $12,000 or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. I mean but hey, that's not bad.
Oh, that's like I think
cheap.
less than half of what the average Canadian wedding. But we had to work for it. Holy shit. Photographers are ridiculous. Can I just say I have a pet peeve with photographers.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, like they're like, oh, but my equipment's so expensive and I've invested so much in my education. I'm like, firstly, your biography says that you did a weekend seminar one time. I fully realize that you purchased a $5,000 camera.
Yeah.
But that seems more of like a you problem.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah.
Also, you want me to pay you more than I make in a month, and I have 3 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
Go on.
It's so expensive. Like it's,
but
at
it's
the same
all
time,
willing to pay. And I eventually found a good photographer who was like $150 an hour, and I was like, that is a lot of money, but I can get behind that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
You have to dig. You have to really, really look. There's ways to get what you want, but you're going to have to do the work to do it, because otherwise you're going to be... It's insane with it. I've reached out for my new cover art that I have. Luckily enough, I had a friend who did it for me. Thank you so much for that. I love them. But I was like looking around for photographers, and like I remember reaching out being like, my budget's like $500 or so, but like if I'm paying $500, like that's a lot to me. It's a lot to me.
No, that's huge.
I'm gonna want like multiple shots that I can use like for promo, like
that
cover
should be
art, like I'm and then like I reached out to places, and they're like, it's funny, I won't name the place, but I reached out to like a photography studio here in Halifax, and it was during the summer, and they were like,
we do weddings,
like we are like way out of your, like I think like they literally said like, we're out of your range, like a standard shoot for us is like at least $1,500, but they're like, but we've been doing ones all summer, and this sounds like a lot of fun, and we wouldn't mind doing it if you made like a donation to like a $300 donation to SPCA or something like that on our behalf. And I was like so excited about it. Okay. And then like it was like emails back and forth, and then it just never happened. Like it just reached a point in the emails that they just never got back to me, and my dreams were crushed, because this is like one of the best photographers in Halifax could have done it. Because I have this idea for cover art for me where I want to be laying on the ground, surrounded in liquor bottles, and I want to look like I just woke up from like a raging house party. Like I want like silly string in my hair, and like I want it to look really nitty gritty and kind of dirty in a way, but like I want to look sexy as fuck, and like wear like a corset with a robe, and like look really good, but like I want everything else to be like a mess.
We can make that happen for like $100.
Yeah.
I will help you with that.
Yeah, there's ways I can do it. I just
we need a ladder, we need an iPhone, and we need a party the night before.
Lighting, which I have now. I have lighting.
I don't know. Do we need lighting though?
Maybe the lack of lighting would add to it.
No, exactly. Or like you can be passed out in the snow. There's a lot of creative ways we can do this without stressing about lighting.
It's still my dream cover art. Like I still am chasing that goal of making that cover art happen.
Or like you can go to a photography store and rent a lighting kit for like $70.
That's true. And I also thought about like maybe trying to find some like photography students who like, I'm just like, bitch, if you just know how to snap a picture, this is what. Yeah, I'm just gonna be laying on the ground, and I do want it to look really good and high quality, which is why I'd like to find just a cheap photographer. And I don't mind. You know what? I'm someone who I really don't mind paying somebody, because I'm a true believer in like if someone's really good at something, pay them for it, because that's gonna motivate them to get the work done. It's gonna motivate them to get it done on time. But I also don't believe in like overcharging and
Oh, for sure.
paying so much for
all the
something.
photographers that I spoke to, they were like, well, and I'd read blogs about this, and they'd be like, well, our season is only 4 months long, and it's only on Saturdays and Sundays, and we have to make all our money then. And I'm like, are you trying to make like $150,000 by working literally like, what is it, like 12 days a year?
Seriously,
fuck off. And they're like, well, editing time, and I'm like,
the editing does take a long time, but I get
but
it.
also
It's
like you
so
should have
pricey.
like package it, you know what I mean? Like I get it, because like if you can, God bless you if you can book 12 weddings in a summer who are going to pay you $3,000 to $5,000.
Seriously,
God bless you.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, like, and I have friends who are just like, I'm not talking about how much I spent on photography for my wedding. Like, I was very straight up with the photographer. I was like, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. We ended up spending a lot of time on it. But he was very non-negotiable. But we got beautiful photos.
Yeah.
I was like, look, our goal, I need one good picture out of this entire day to put on my mantle.
Ooh, yeah.
And I didn't even have a mantle at the time. But
Only
I do
one.
I do now. That was my goal. And I got like 1 million. So I was just
Good, yeah.
And I didn't do the documentary style. I was like, I don't need you following me around the whole day. I know what I look like.
Yeah,
getting dressed.
and I think that's a big part of it. I think too many people do that.
I
and
hate the
for me,
staged photos.
I don't like it either. I think that they look awkward, and
They've all been done like a million times. Like a picture of her garter, like on the bed, and like
yeah. And you know what? I'm not a fan of the fucking getting ready shots. I'm like, bitch, you guys don't need to see me with no makeup.
no, or they're just like, oh, do you want to like fake adjust his bow tie?
Yeah.
No one does that. No, he's a grown ass man. He's gonna put on his own bow tie.
100%. And I'm a huge fan of the and I don't know if you guys did how you guys did it, but I like having the bride and groom kind of meet before the wedding.
I do. We wanted to see each other like right at the moment.
Yeah, and I get that part of it too, though. Like I'm kind of conflicted with that because I like the idea of having a moment like yourself, but then I also like the element of surprise.
We liked the element of surprise. On one hand, like I don't think I would give up the moment of surprise, but I wish we could have spent more time at the party with people, because basically we just can't, like we had to like miss all the hors d'oeuvres, and like the wait staff was like running out to us with hors d'oeuvres, which was
that's
awesome.
the advantage of doing it beforehand, right? Because you can get your pictures with like, did you have bridesmaids?
I did, yeah.
Ooh, how many bridesmaids did you have?
3.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Very
and it was my sister and my BFF, and actually one of the guys that I texted about the Diva Cup, the internal medicine guy.
That's so sweet.
No, yeah, he's my bro forever.
I would love to like, that's so I always think that's so cute.
I actually organized my honeymoon to go to France so I could attend his sister's wedding.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh God, it was such a treat.
Oh, so did you like France?
I fucking love France. We're doing everything wrong here. France knows what's up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The food I can imagine.
The bread,
is
the
amazing.
cheese, and especially like, can I just say fuck Paris?
I have no desire to go. Like every girl I meet is like Paris. Eiffel Tower. I'm like, I just don't have the desire.
No, Google it. It's fine. You know what it looks like. And my husband, like, he loves to see shit. Like, I'm not about that. Like, I want to eat it. I ate my way through France. I did 5 consecutive nights of foie gras.
Oh my God.
And I made him film my last will and testament just because I was like, I'm dying, but I'm not going to stop eating this. It was so good. And like, I remember we got there and he was like so excited. We got in a hotel like right by the Eiffel Tower. And he was like, come on. And I was like, fuck off. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, wow.
And there's just him with all these selfies in front of the Eiffel Tower.
I was just going to say, like, I love when people own their travel style, I guess. Like, in other words, like you said, you like the food and he likes to do things. I'm with your husband on that. I'm a sightseer.
I should
like
send you guys. I kept saying, I'd be like, Sean, will you please stop trying to ruin our honeymoon? Because he would wake me up at like 8 a.m. or something. He'd be like, okay, so I found 3 museums. We're going to go to the Juno Beach Museum from 10 a.m. until noon. And then we're going to go to like, the American one from like 1 until 3. And then there's the French one that we're going to do from like 4 until 6.
Oh
and
my
I've like,
God.
you like plotted all these routes.
That's me. I'm the same way.
And I would just be like, okay, I have a counter proposal. What if I saw a bakery about a half block north? What if we walk to that bakery slowly?
Mm-hmm. Leisurely.
Get a croissant, sit on a bench and eat it.
And then go back to bed.
No. And then we can go down the street to the next bakery
Even better.
and get a quiche.
Ooh.
And then whichever bakery we like more, we can commit to for lunch. And he'd be like,
oh my gosh.
But then he figured out, he was like, we went to the Juno Beach Museum and he was like, oh, yeah, I don't think I can do any more war museums. This is a bit of an information overload and a bit of a downer.
Bit off more than he can chew there. I think.
Oh yeah. He was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, no, I'm the same though. I want to see everything.
I like information museums. Like
yeah,
I like historical museums, but like art museums, like I don't really get it. I'm like, Google it.
Yeah.
I can just, that's my big thing. I just want to Google it.
A little bit boring. I'm more into like the outdoor sightseeing.
Oh yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Like I've been to Mexico twice, and both times that I've gone, I've gone off on my own and done things.
Me encanta Mexico.
Have you ever been?
Sí. I was in Mexico for 3 months.
What?
Sí.
Did you really?
Sí. Sí.
Where in Mexico?
At first, I was an exchange student in Chile for 3 months in high school. There I did a lot of underage drinking. I think I just went to a French accent. I'm so sorry.
I know. I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is, but I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued.
I tried to do a Chilean accent.
I
and
love
then
it.
I went later. Fuck it, I can't do it.
And she drunk.
I'm like 2 glasses of Pinot in.
Glass. No, I fucking love Mexico.
Yeah, and then I went back there when I was 19,
Mm-hmm.
and I did actually some formal education in language.
Really?
Yeah, in Spanish.
Wow.
And so I did the 6 week of that, and then I like toured around Mexico for 6 weeks.
Where exactly in Mexico?
Oh man, I went from Guanajuato, which is sort of north of Mexico City,
Ooh.
and then I went all the way south. I probably visited like 10 or 15 cities. Like I did like a new city every 2-3 days.
Were you in like the Cancun area?
Yeah, and then I got to the Cancun area.
That's the only areas I've been. Like
Yeah.
Tulum, Cancun,
Oh, yeah,
Playa de Carmen.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, but I 100% recognize that it's, you know, like I'm paying to go to a resort and I'm getting this experience, but like many
different
parts
kind
of
of
Mexico
vacation.
is like hard to see and very poor and like not great.
There's a lot of beautiful, beautiful culture, like places like San Cristobal, Merida.
Ooh.
They are wonderful places.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of tourists. However, it would be more challenging if you didn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And I was like, told you, I speak Spanish.
It was the worst class I took in university. I was like, I'm a fairly average girl. I'm not dumb, not smart. I'm just average. Like, like I got like average grades, but Spanish I fucking sucked at.
Oh, but like
did
one
so bad
class,
at it.
like you can't learn. I took
That's true.
one high school semester of Spanish, and I was like a real nerd. Like I really loved it, and I got like A's or whatever.
Oh,
in it.
really? Oh, cool.
And then I get to Chile for my South American exchange, and I couldn't speak a fucking word. It was like useless. But then after 3 months of actually being there and
That would
watching
do it.
a lot of Spanish Simpsons.
That would probably really help. Actually, that would be a great way to learn it. Is actually being in the and like watching the media.
Yeah, and Spanish Simpsons. I swear to, because you've memorized all the English Simpsons episode, and then you just listen to it dubbed in Spanish, and
So
you're
you know
like,
what they're saying.
yeah, and it's a very international Spanish too, because it's like basically like a Mexican kind of Spanish, like it's like
Right.
without accent almost.
Yeah.
Actually, it's how my friend Vlad learned English too,
Oh.
because he's from Ukraine, and so he came over and he didn't really speak English,
Right.
and he just watched The Simpsons, and that's how he learned English. So I think that's like the original Duolingo. It's The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. There should be a business with that somehow, or maybe just watch a lot of The Simpsons.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I fucking love Mexico. I got sick both times I went though. Like I every time I go, I get sick.
I got food poisoning once. Was it food poisoning, or do you think it was like a giardia type thing?
I don't know. I think I have a sensitive body overall. like the first time I went, I know what it was. It's because I drank the ice off the resort. And they say that you're not supposed to do that. The second time, I thought I did everything right, and I still get
you drank
sick.
the ice off of the resort?
The first time
That
I
seems
went.
fine though. The resorts usually purify the water.
It's
Even Mexicans don't drink like Mexican tap water.
I know, it's insane.
I know, and we take for granted like that we have this bomb tap water here.
It's weird because the tap water here in Halifax, I actually am not a fan of, but when I go home to Antigonish, where I'm from,
Oh yeah,
it's delicious.
oh, they'd have some
it's-
nice tap water.
It's the best. Random question for you. I was just thinking of this. Do you know what your personality type is? Have you ever done the Myers-Briggs
Oh, I think I'm
personality test?
I'm like a tiger. Is that one?
No, it's like ENFP.
I can't remember which one it is.
Oh no, you
I can't
don't? Damn
remember.
it.
What
I was just curious.
I've definitely done
it.
it.
Yeah.
I've for sure done it, and I looked at it and I was like, I kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit like a horoscope, you know, like it's like broad enough that it can apply to anybody, and you like
It's
they give you
true.
it, and you just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. I was reading like up about mine though, and I was like, this is very me. Like it's very accurate. I'm an ENFP, which is let me look them up actually because
ENFP.
I think it's like emotional versus or extrovert versus introvert is the first one. So I'm an extrovert because it's a long ass test. I wouldn't make you do it right now, but you might be able to deduce it based on the types of personality tests. Let me see here. Yeah, so extrovert versus introvert is the first one. So I'm the E. Sensors versus intuitives, which what's the difference between those? Sensors are realistic people who like to focus on the facts and details and apply common sense, past experience to come up with practical solutions to problems, whereas intuitives prefer to focus on possibilities and big picture. Yeah, so I'm the intuitive. And then
I'm definitely the opposite.
You're the sensor?
Oh, I love to figure out solutions to problems.
Yeah.
That's my that's like, and like, oh God.
I actually like it too.
Like I can't stand like people at work think I'm a psycho because I'm like we should have a clean desk policy because everyone just hoards files at their desk and then we don't know where any fucking files are.
So are you a very organized, clean person?
No. Which is weird. At work, everyone thinks that I have like standard operating procedures. Like I must be like this in my home.
Oh,
but it's just how I wish I was.
Really?
Like
That's
I don't
interesting.
know. But sometimes like I'll get really efficient and I'll like, you know, KonMari my sock drawer or something, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. I'm like a mess most of the time, but a mood will hit where I'll just want to organize.
Like I just organized my pantry and I'm very proud of it. I think I
That
took
feels
a
good.
series of hilarious videos.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It's
have
like
to,
when I
edit
organize my
them.
cupboards and I feel really good about it. I'm like,
Like,
I can find everything.
Yeah, I collected
now.
like mason jars and I put like all like the beans in them and I like cut out the instructions from the beans and like taped it to the jar and I got
Dude.
like those fucking levels from IKEA where you can like hike some up so you can see everything.
That's next level. You should be very proud because
I was so
that's
proud.
like that is not that's
started
an afternoon. Like that's a whole day thing.
Oh, it was. I think right in the middle of this, I said, "Fuck this, we're going to the beach." That was this summer, so you can gauge how proud I am of it by being like, ugh.
That's really interesting. So you're very organized at work, but not.
I aspire to be. I think I have a weird bar for it though. Like for me, like if my house is messy, like other people will walk in and be like, "Oh, this is fine."
Yeah, actually, we're our own biggest critics for sure.
Oh, for sure. Like like other people, like, but I can walk into a messy house and just be like, "Oh, this is fine."
Yeah. I actually feel kind of more comfortable in messy places.
Yeah, for sure. I don't feel like am a mess in that place.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ugh, this place doesn't look like a place for living."
Yeah, and also like I get uncomfortable when I'm in a store and everything looks breakable and too fragile because I'm just like I'm gonna move wrong and something's gonna break.
That's what I like at the dollar store. I feel at home.
Oh, the dollar. It's like my favorite place. One of them.
Oh God,
I love that place.
I just love buying something there and then intensely regretting it because I realize that this product is. I just wasted $3 on it.
They have many wins and many misses.
Oh yeah, it is. It's my gambling.
Yeah, it really. But once you know something's good from there, like you're good. Like
I know, like weird things, like you know those little felt nubbins that you can put on like furniture.
yes,
To make it not.
Yep.
They got those.
Oh,
or like
shit.
little plastic things that you can put on drawers to make them not slam.
Oh, I love those.
They got those. I got a great whiteboard from them. Very thrilled.
I would like a new whiteboard.
It was $4. It's magnetic. It comes with 2 little magnets. It has a great little pen.
Fuck yeah.
It was very easy to install on the inside of my pantry.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, super into it.
This is good from there. I mean, like candy and shit.
Oh, Q-tips were a hard fail.
Cotton pads for like skincare, not good.
Oh yeah, like
Not
it's
good.
alarming how not good they are.
Yeah, they're terrible. And I go through so many of those.
Cat costumes,
Yeah.
they do not fit and they fall off.
It's true, they're not the best.
I think Christmas balls, because I think they kind of trick you into thinking things are cheap, but then you realize they're not.
Yeah, it's true.
Like they'll sell you 4 Christmas balls for $1. Meanwhile, you can go to Canadian Tire and get like, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of the math
Like
here.
a big pack for
You can get a big
like
pack and
$8.99.
it works out to be cheaper and better quality
it
than like the
does.
little 4-pack if you get like 10 of them or whatever.
It's true. I think it's the illusion of feeling like you're spending less money, but you're
Oh,
really,
for sure. But usually you're just getting a shitty. You know what I get there? Parchment paper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, any kitchen things. Like, I mean, one thing I will say though is I've gotten a lot of glasses from there, and they break pretty fucking easily.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
I'm like, it's glass, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, it's not the most.
Maybe I'm the problem. I don't think it's a dollar store. I think it's me. I just thought of another 30-year-old thing.
Oh,
Goop hoarding. Do you know what this is?
what?
So, okay. Are you an intense skincare person? Do you have an intense...
Look at my skin. What do you think?
You have really... I think you have good skin.
Thank you. I am.
So do you or do you not?
Oh, I have so much skin. I used to work at spas. For years I was a receptionist at spas, so I'm like all about skincare.
Okay. So like you...
I love me a
How
nice
many
cream.
steps are in your nightly routine?
I'm actually pretty lazy at night.
Oh, okay.
I generally unless I'm wearing makeup, and sometimes even when I am, I just go to bed.
Ooh, that's not good.
I know, I'm so lazy.
That's the cardinal rule. You're not supposed to do that.
I know. No, but usually I'll just wash my face and then put on just like a cream.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm pretty religious about eye cream.
Ooh, I gotta get that into the eye cream game.
Oh yeah. No, your eyes look good. But you want to start it before you got problems.
I'm pretty lucky. I get dark like circles.
Oh yeah, you can see my dark circles.
But like
here.
other than that, it's not so bad under there. But I am so into skincare right now that my bath. You haven't been in my bathroom yet, I don't think. It looks like I gotta get it under control. Like there's a lot of products and a lot of stuff going on, and I never bought that many products when I was in my 20s.
Oh well, it's also like you have disposable income now.
Yeah, that's true. Ish.
Yeah. You say it with your credit cards frozen.
Yeah, I know. I showed Kirsten that I froze my credit cards.
I was like, oh, like you called your bank?
That's what everyone thought. I was like, no, I literally froze them, guys. They're in the freezer in a block of ice. So, but with skincare, it's tricky because it's really pricey. And I like, there's so many things they tell you that you need. You need lactic acid. You need vitamin C. You need a glycolic thingy. You need moisturizer. You need an oil. You need a good cleanser. And like there's all these things, and it's overwhelming.
And I used to have all that stuff, and I used to use it, but then I was like, wait, I don't want to spend 25 minutes every night rubbing all these things into my face.
That's a lot of time and very intense.
Best thing you can do, here's the number one thing you can do for your skin.
Tell me right now.
Stay out of the sun.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
yeah.
I like inside a lot.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. If you do go in the sun, wear protection. Wear a hat. Do some sunscreen. Try not to go out during peak hours.
Yeah.
Number 2, stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water.
That's actually like that is. I know that's like a very typical girl thing to say, like going into the new year, like I'm gonna drink more water. But I legit don't drink enough water. I will have days where I will go to work.
I don't think anyone does.
Realize I have not had one glass. Like I will be living on coffee.
Oh, start your morning with a glass.
Yeah. And also I've heard like starting the morning with like some hot water and lemon, apparently.
I know. Really I've heard. I can never order. I just bought some lemons, so maybe I'll do that.
I love lemon.
They are not cheap though.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Anyways, and then the third thing is just get a good basic cream.
Yeah.
I find
moisturizer?
Yeah, just like a moisturizer. Just not like, don't get one with SPF in it. You don't need a night one and a day one. You just need one.
Yeah.
And then if you're going out in the sun, wear a hat or put an SPF on top of that.
Yeah. Anytime
and then eye cream. Yeah, you gotta get a different eye cream. And here's a little tip I got. You tap it in along your orbital bone.
with
Doesn't matter which finger, whatever
I've
you want
heard
to tap
see,
with.
I've heard the ring finger.
Yeah, I think I use. Well, actually, yeah, I think I do use my.
Because it's less pressure. It feels like less pressure, apparently.
You got to tap it in. You got to tap it in. And then it kind of like sucks its way up. And you never actually go like under the eye. And then the remaining that you have, you want to rub it just around your mouth. Around your lips.
The eye cream.
The eye cream. Because apparently it's the same kind of skin under your eye as around your lips. And it'll keep like lines from your lips. So that's my.
I
have nothing to prove this.
A particular eye cream that you use?
I use the ones that I got a million samples of from when I still worked at spas.
Perfect.
I use like the one I have. It's like to buy it. I think it's like $90 or something or something insane. It's like SkinCeuticals.
Skincare is so pricey.
But like I didn't notice a difference between, I don't know, but it's so hard because like I think it's just minute differences over like 10 years or something. But the people that I see the most differences, like I have one friend who's like constantly tanned. And she tanned like her whole life, tanning salons, was always wanted to be bronzed or whatever. And that was great in our 20s.
Yeah.
But now she looks like a dried up handbag.
God damn.
And we're like
I've never done that. I've never
same age. So I think the biggest thing is just sun and stay hydrated. Maybe throw in a little moisturizer.
And I refuse to. I'm a pale girl, and it's been an insecurity like a lot of my life because people make fun of me. Yeah, but I'm like,
too.
You know what? I've started embracing the pale because I actually really love on women like dark hair, blue eyes, and pale skin. Like Dita Von Teese.
Oh yeah, no,
fucking
it's gorgeous.
love her.
There's so many different ways to be beautiful in this world. Just embrace yours.
What an excellent note to end it on.
Yeah,
that's a really good point. Just embrace yours, whatever. And that's what speaking of Dita Von Teese, she has a quote that I always think about. Because like I like makeup and I like wearing it. But she said something along the lines of like never tell a woman what she should do to make herself feel beautiful. In other words, like you want to put some eyeliner on, do it. Like never tell a girl like you should be beautiful this way. Or like guys who are like, oh, I don't like girls who wear makeup. It's like you should.
And they think they're getting some chivalry points, because it's just like, oh, I think you're more beautiful without makeup. No, suck my dick. I'm beautiful both ways.
And I don't think guys know what no makeup is, because I think you could have some foundation and maybe your brows filled in a bit, and they'll think no makeup. Yeah, but you're still wearing some makeup.
No, exactly. They'll just be like, oh wow, you look extra shitty today. That's what I love, like, because I'll go long periods without putting on makeup because I'll just be like, I don't have time for this. And then I'll go through phases where I put on a lot of makeup all the time. And I get so many compliments when I go from that no makeup to all the makeup.
See, and for me, it's the opposite. Yeah. Because I wear it all the time. People are used to seeing me with it. Yeah. When they see me without it, it's shocking. They're like, oh. And it's not always bad shocking. It is just because it's so different. It's like when you see a guy without a beard.
Yeah, you're just
it's the same idea. It's like you're not quite used to seeing that person without a beard. Oh my God, so it's shocking.
Do you have like tan lines where your eyeliner is? Like when a guy shaves off his beard in the summer and they're like, fuck.
I get a tattoo, like eyeliner on me. I mean, like I've often thought about the microblading thing. I'm very fascinated by it. And I
don't know. I've heard, I don't recommend it. No? I've seen, because I think like a tattoo, it runs eventually. Ugh. And so I think that like it's like you would just like it would start off looking great, and then like if you would get it redone,
right? Maybe not so much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a great idea.
Maybe not. I mean, there's so many.
You have great eyebrows.
I actually do enjoy my eyebrows a lot. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because you mentioned laser. Like there's so many like of these like procedures that are like really pricey long-term investments that I'm always thinking about. Like I'm always thinking about laser and like microblading.
But you know what? It turns out my mom was right. When I first told her, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna get laser because I'm getting it for free. And she's like, Kirsten, pubic hair is gonna come back into fashion.
Do you think it has?
It has. American Apparel brought it back, and now I would love nothing more than to grow a righteous full bush. And I can't. The best I can get is a faux hawk.
Holy shit! Oh, yeah, because you got it all off, so you can't.
Not all of it. I got like a landing strip.
A landing strip.
It wasn't a Brazilian
That's
situation.
probably what I would do if I were to do laser. Is I'd probably just get the bikini line actually.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of nice because like it doesn't get rid of it fully. It just kind of I just like don't have to shave as much, or it's like blonder, you know.
Shaving is a
like
son
I'll
of a
shave
bitch.
like
I hate it.
maybe once a month.
Yeah,
maybe.
Interesting. I still want to do it. It's very like I would be a good candidate for it because the dark hair. Pale skin.
You would be.
But like it's money. There's a lot of stuff to buy.
Oh yeah, as your financial advisor, I advise you against it.
Jared at Scotiabank would not be proud of me.
$40 cab rides to Dartmouth. We're cutting that
to get that dick. And the Wonder Woman costume.
No, oh my God, order in. They don't charge for delivery. It's fine. You just have to ask about the option.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna try to see the Diva cup as half full here. Okay.
I gotta stop buying tampons and flushing them.
Or overflowing.
What else have I bought that I shouldn't buy? Jesus. There's a lot. There's a lot of things.
Oh my gosh. I could go through your financial affairs and
bring
you
cry.
to your knees.
You'd probably cry. I feel like each month I get a little bit better.
Well,
and
no,
that's what matters.
Yeah. No, I'm fair. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a killjoy.
Is there anything that you buy that like you're a little ashamed of? That like a guilty pleasure thing that you
chocolate covered jujubes.
Oh, those things are so
from
fucking
Freak
good.
Lunchbox.
From Freak Lunchbox. See, I buy them at Walmart.
They have them?
You should so Walmart, the section. Yeah.
What? I thought they were a specialty item.
No.
I have been spending tens of dollars a month.
Go to Walmart.
Jesus Christ.
We could even walk there after this if you want. And there's a section that is
oh, good God.
What's it fucking called? It's like a certain brand, and they have like nuts and like almonds and like all these things, and they have big giant chocolate covered jujubes.
Stop it.
Yeah, and you can get them there.
No,
They're
but I'm
so good.
I'm so neurotic. Like I hate paying for things that I can do myself.
Yeah.
Like so, for example, like God, this is kind of embarrassing. Like I make like I like to make my own kimchi because I think it's higher quality what you make at home.
Right.
And I like adjusting it to my preferences. And I got a kimchi habit. It's fucking expensive.
I don't even really know what it is. Is it a vegetable?
It's Korean cabbage. It's like a Napa cabbage that's been kind of like pickled, fermented in like a kind of like spicy, garlicky kind of thing. I will bring you some.
I would love to try some sometime.
It's very spicy and weird.
I need to get into the vegetables and eat. I mean, typical
very
girl.
good for you.
I eat healthier.
It has probiotics.
Ooh.
And like things like I would never like. I can't tell you the last time I bought coffee at Starbucks.
See,
like I would never buy.
You're
you know
an inspiration because I'm so bad at that. I buy coffee every day.
No, yeah. See, I can't. Yeah, like I never buy tea out. Like I have my tea bags at work. I bring my lunch to work every day. I can't remember the last time I bought lunch out.
I need to be you. How do I be you?
I hate clothes shopping, so I don't really spend money on that.
I hate that. You buy online?
Sometimes, yeah. I bought these jeans online, actually.
Yeah.
I finally, I was like, yeah. And I was so lucky when they fit. They actually didn't fit when they arrived, but then I just, stopped eating sugar. And they fit. It was amazing.
Clothes is a struggle.
Yeah. So, no, I just, anything that I don't, if I go to a bar, I'll buy, one drink. Partly because I don't drink that much, but also partly because,
it's just more economical.
Yeah, it's also, I'm like, okay, well, I can spend $7 on this.
Right.
Or I cannot and feel just as happy.
Yeah. You're inspiring me.
Am I just living my sad life?
No, you're living a smart life. And so you deserve those chocolate jujubes.
Oh God.
I think your brains are on the walls of this apartment after I told you can get them at Walmart.
I think the last time I took a cab from Dartmouth, the only time actually, was then my husband called me and he was like, my dad's dying.
Oh no.
I need you to get here now.
Oh shit. Yeah,
and I was like, that's a cab ride.
I used to be much worse with cabs. I'm very proud of myself for getting better at it. I used to take them at least 2 to 3 times a week. Whoa. And yeah, no, I know.
Girl.
It's really bad. But I don't do it as much anymore.
Oh yeah, no.
It's definitely a monthly thing, but not a weekly thing anymore.
And I definitely eat seasonally. Say for example, I would not buy Like there's periods of the year where like cauliflower gets to like $7 a head. And
Right.
I'm like, no cauliflower for me.
Yeah.
Or like my family, we do jalapeno poppers at Christmas, which are fucking amazing. And we always do it at their house, so I never realized how much jalapenos were. It was like $6.99 for a 4-pack.
Fuck yeah.
And the recipe called for 24 jalapenos. Just the raw jalapenos were $6.99 for a 4-pack, not the poppers.
Fuck.
Just the raw fucking spicy ass pepper. And I looked at that and I was like, well, we're not having jalapeno
Yeah, I know,
poppers.
that's insane.
That's insane. I'm not spending
See, I'm so bad at knowing how much things should cost that I'm just really like, I'll see something and I'm like, I guess I'll get it. Like, I don't know. I need to get better.
Oh no, like I'll fully just like change plans.
Yeah. I'm bad at, like, I just don't cook, so that's the issue. But I'm trying to perfect the single girl cooking thing, because for me, I actually love cooking for people. Like when I had a boyfriend, I would always cook for us and we would share it, and it felt better doing that.
Oh, for sure. Like when I was living the single life, when my ex was out tree planting and I had just met Sean, and to be fair, I only hooked up with my husband when I found out that my tree planter boyfriend had been cheating on me.
Okay, I was just going to say there was some overlap there.
There was a little overlap.
But that's
well,
okay.
there wasn't
That's
really
okay.
like I was in. Nothing happened, but I was interested.
Right. The seeds were planted.
I wanted
but not,
something to happen. He came over, and I remember he was like, I don't know. He like opened my fridge door, and he just like looked at me. He's like, Are you okay? Do you need money? And I was like, no, why? and then he's just like, well, you just have like an open box of pre-cooked chicken. And a piece of cheese and olive spread and mustard. And that's all you have in this fridge. And I was like, well, that's not all I have. I have crackers.
Yeah.
I have that's tapas.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fancy.
It's tough to motivate yourself to cook when you're just yourself. Like, listen, I understand. I have a friend, Vern. I know you're listening. Vern listens to every episode. He meal preps like every week, and I wish I was him.
He's husband material.
Gay.
God damn it.
I know.
Isn't that always the case?
Vern, I still think we should just get married anyway, or like live together or something. I don't even know. Figure something out here. Split the bills.
Maybe you need a roommate.
You can meal prep, and I don't know. I'll do something else for you. I don't know what I would bring to the table. But it is tough. And I want to live in an apartment with a bigger kitchen, because I feel like there's like no counter space in there, and it doesn't motivate me to cook. You know?
Oh my God, no.
So, things got to change in Sarah's life.
Oh, maybe that's why I don't go out to eat, because I love my kitchen. Yeah, but I've always kind of been like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we grew up real poor.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so I always like knew like it was just things just like, oh, we didn't have butter because butter was too expensive. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that.
Really put that mentality, and that's good.
Yeah, but it's also not great because I have so much anxiety around money. Like, it's so stressful. Where it's not, like, and now I have to remind myself. I'm like, wait. It's just $5. This doesn't matter. This is fine. Like, I have to do the reverse of what you do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Where I have to like coach myself and be like, you know what? You're really thirsty. It's been 4 hours. You know, you can get a tea at Tim Hortons. It's gonna be okay.
It's not gonna break the bank.
Exactly. I have to like talk myself into it and be like, I'm doing this.
we could help each other, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Just we could bring each other to like a normal level of spending.
Yeah. It's the combination. It's complementary. But we're gonna wrap it up because we're at 2 hours, motherfucker. Holy crap! See how fast time goes by when you're having fun.
Anybody who made it this far gets a complimentary beach.
Okay, so actually, what we need to do is think of a hashtag to put, because I used to do this thing where I would mention a hashtag right at the end, so that if anyone gets to the end, they can like comment on social media with the hashtag.
That is so
and
cool.
Then we'll
I love your branding.
And then we'll know who the true. But we need to make it like a kind of a ridiculous hashtag.
Should it be related to the podcast? What do we talk about?
I think like maybe cum cramps.
Oh, hashtag cum cramps. Yeah, that's good.
Hashtag cum cramps. Just because I think I would like to do some formal research on cum cramps, so that if another girl gets it, she won't feel like a total freak.
And maybe, I'm drunk. Yeah, that point's gone. It's all gone. It's all gone like the wine.
Oh my God, yes.
I'd like to speak to the manager.
This was so much fun. Thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me.
Do you have any shows coming up?
I am opening for the John Doerr TV's
Shut the fuck up.
TV's
Are you
John
on that
Doerr.
show too with Dan Hendricken?
Yes!
You're on that same show? Yes. Okay, what's the date? I should know this, but
I'm on Thursday. There's 3 shows.
Okay.
I'm on the Thursday show. I think it's January 24th, and I'm so excited.
God damn.
Because he is one of my comedy heroes.
Dude, that is so good for you.
No, I'm doing it.
and is that's a good robot, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and there's tickets. Like, is it tickets?
Yeah,
situation?
it's tickets.
Okay, sweet.
It's a ticket situation. They won't even get back to me if I can get my husband a comp.
Oh, for frick's sakes.
I know, but it's a 40-seat venue. It's going to be a very intimate show, and
damn,
everybody should come to this show because John Doerr is a legend, and then
you'd get to see you too.
I'm gonna be barfing. I'm gonna be so nervous.
Dude, you're gonna kill it.
Can you imagine if I bob in front of John Doerr?
Now I gotta figure out if I should go to your show or Dan's show.
No. Well, Dan and I are on the same show. He's hosting.
You're on the. Oh, he's hosting it.
You get to see both me and Dan.
Okay,
and this guy John Doerr.
I'll have to get on my tickets then for that because that's gonna be amazing. I'll make sure to put the info for that in the description of this podcast if anyone wants to go.
Hashtag
so it was
John
end of
Doerr
January,
cramps.
right? So this will come out next week. So we'll be
this is perfect.
It'll be in time.
Oh my! I can't believe I'm doing promo for this.
Yes, girl. Did you want to plug any social media?
Oh yeah, you can
Instagram?
follow me at Kirstenoid, KirstenOid, because I'm like a robot because I'm on the internet at Kirstenoid. Or same thing on Twitter at Kirstenoid.
I love it.
Or just add me on Facebook.
Or like
Finch.
you can. Here's her phone number.
Here's my phone number.
Here's her address. You can visit her anytime. Break into her house.
I'm very lonely.
As long as you don't give her jubes, she'll be fine.
Exactly. Oh God.
Oh man, I'm so happy that I told you about that because now you can get them for probably so much cheaper.
I am so
Wally
depressed. See,
World.
but I told you about my
Wally
money
World.
neuroses. Now I'm just gonna like ruminate about how much money I've wasted on the Jujube markup down at Freak Lunchbox.
I wish I knew the name of the brand. There's a specific like section of Walmart that
I
has
think I
all
know
their.
what you mean. Doesn't it have? It comes in kind of like those plastic
Yes,
bags,
yes.
and it has like that weird kind of unattractive sticker that hasn't been updated since the early '90s.
Yes,
It's that brand.
yeah,
We
and
all
they
know
have
that
like
brand.
yogurt covered raisins and like all these
Oh,
nuts
yeah.
and that's where they are.
God,
Yeah, it's amazing.
let's go get some Jujubes.
Let's fucking do it. But thanks so much. And you get to close the show with a bell ring, and you need to make it a good bell ring, so ring that bell. Multiple bell rings are always the best way.
That's awesome. Thanks, man.
All right.
Here at Intoxicated Reviews, we intellectually dissect the art of cinema, scene by scene. Here's some clips.
All he is, it's just a fucking big wooden doll full of cum, chasing kids around.
You look up guys who poop in a bag. 'Cause I think that's where you'll find him. Because he is hurt.
It's probably just in your search history anyway, isn't it?
A movie which, by the way, reviewed by my mother, the review was, "Thank God you were on early because we couldn't watch any more of that thing."
You got a wide berth.
Well, this is a good scene. We're watching the infamous dildo scene.
You got trolled.
You were in, too.
Shut
You
the
were
fuck
in.
up. No, I didn't say shit. You got trolled. Corey
I thought you were
West just
stumbling on
trolled
a
you.
Real script.
They didn't even give him a script when he got the job. They gave him a bottle of Stoli and said, "Learn this."
Did you stumble on the joke?
Talk about this movie for fart's sake.
This is we can swear. This movie fucking blows.
So don't forget to subscribe to Intoxicated Reviews on all places you find podcasts. Except Spotify. We're working on it.